uh, yeah, like that. All right. You know what time it is. You know what rhyme it is. Born natural. It's your boy, the Bad Wolf, the foreign national. We're about to light this piece up. Give me about 5-10 more seconds, and we will be ready. Give everybody a chance to get in here and get comfy like. Get your filtered water, brain caps going. Sit back, relax, and enjoy your turn. What it is, good people. It's your boy, the Bad Wolf, coming at you live. All right. So, this was an impromptu live. I be slipping, y'all. I know y'all said y'all want to see me doing this a little bit more often, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna get my relax on, and then I was like, oh yeah, let me get that live in there. It's been a hot minute since I just did a straight live. So once again, bring the people what they want. Let's get started. So first of all, I want to thank everybody out there. Man, I don't even know names right now. There's just so many people. So one of my top supporters out there has been a rock band group called Knifeback. They're located in the Midwest, so that goes out to all those people. I want to thank all the various establishments for supporting de jure and de facto alike. And at the top of the list, I played my own. It went something like this. Cruising down the street in my 6'4". Oh, yeah. See what we got here. Sister of Light is a new member. All right. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Who else we got in here? Mary. We got Drake. I think, is that my Drake from California? If not, still welcome to the family. We got John P. Where's the Batmobile at? Well, obviously you guys know I love the Batmobile. So if you're talking about the picture, yeah, I could switch that up. That's his background. But yeah, one day I hope to get a real Batmobile. I mean, you know, who wouldn't want a Batmobile? I'd be in trouble with it day one. What's going on, Fred? Divine Awakening. Don't forget to check in where you guys are hailing from. What republic? I don't want to hear none of that state of, because that's de facto. We want to hear republic of. I want to hear about your nation. What nation are you guys? If you're watching my videos, y'all should be reclaiming what they call the last name and using that as your nation or a trust. What's going on, Richard? I'm doing pretty good. You gonna email me? All right. Have you ever done arbitration? I mean, I've given people pointers on it, but I wouldn't say I like sit in and be like, you know, with somebody and step them through. You'd be surprised how many people I do have asking me to do that or to do mitigation or whatever else for them. It's just too expensive. I'd have to charge a lot of money. And like I said, I'm trying to keep everything cheap as possible or free. For those people who do not know, go and check out Black Site 32. Woo-wee! Let me tell you. So because of you guys, I've been able to buy a couple more books. So thank you for that. Got the new microphone, got a new camera. Y'all said it was kind of hazy. Y'all got to remember, I've been on a shoestring budget since day 0. You know what I mean? So thank you for the couple extra bucks and donations out there. But Black Site 32 now has a whole lot more free files. Let me tell you, if you guys have not been in there, let me tell you guys. All right. So we got almost 45,000 subscribers. I still got some people who were like, I remember you back in the day when you had less than 1,000. So thank you. Thank you guys. You guys, man, you guys have helped me get here. And, you know, it ain't over yet. We still got to ride. All right. We're still rolling. As long as the wolf can run, we're going to do it. We're going to make it do what it do. So to return my thank you to you guys, like I said, I've tried to keep all the prices on everything low to cheap. And so speaking of cheap or free, them files, go to blacksite32.com and check out the free docs page. If you've been there before, you're going to be a whole lot more amazed. We got a whole lot more stuff on there. And as I vet more files out there, I will put more up. I don't want to just try to throw up any old thing. Plus, I have to make sure either I do the files or somebody allows me to share them. You know what I mean? So who else we got here? Gerald, hailing from the Wolf in the Republic of South Georgia. Okay. Katura, is that Healing the World? Felice, Divine, Frog Dog. I recognize some of the names. Glad to have y'all in here. Lewis finally caught live. We consulted twice. Okay, I was gonna say I remember the last name, Walker. I used to go by Dreamwalker back in the day. I got the I got the DJ look. I wasn't planning on it. I just threw it. I figured everybody kept saying, "How come you're selling the wear, but you ain't rocking any?" So I was like, "Oh, all right, fair enough." I don't see, like I said, guys. I'm just here for the knowledge, really. I wasn't trying to like be captain, you know, marketing. But hey, you guys can get you one of these nice hats. I'm not mad at you. King, what's going on? I see you. Son of the Most High. Best way to stop an eviction. Nah, that's been a while. I mean, there's numerous ways. It depends on how far along the person is in it. Depends on if they're on, like, you know, government assistance, if it's just lack of not having paid it or can't pay it. As a landlord myself, I mean, one of the biggest ways is to try to talk to the owner and see if you can work out a deal. You know, especially if you get your taxes done soon. You can go to usa.gov, and they got programs for emergency rent and assistance. So you can even Google search your city that you live in and tell them you need emergency. Just Google emergency rent assistance, and there's some facilities, churches, and whatever else, organizations that can help with that. What's going on, Floyd and Frog Dog? Hello. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, man, so I'm a big nerd at heart. All right, if y'all couldn't tell, you know, I'm just trying to be cool. But I went to this Labyrinth masquerade ball with my lady, and we were dressed as the characters. There's like this huge place, and everybody was dressed as characters from the movie Labyrinth. And so actually, I got the mask I wore. Hold on, I'll show it to you. So, other than the host and the master of ceremonies, I had the next best pimp mask in the entire place. Bang! Yeah, everybody was like, "Oh, that boy crispy." So, trying to keep it icy in this piece. So yeah. So that was fun. We did that. So when you said hello, it actually reminded me of one of the characters on the in the movie. It's a little worm dude. It's like, hello. What's going on, Bronze? All right, what's going on? Anna Marie, Eric, Richard, Anarchist, State of Mind, Floyd, Fred, Eric, Divine, Bronze, Thomas. Can you do an affidavit of repudiation? Yeah. See, anything out there that any file they have, we can do our own. Okay. Not that we needed this, but the Supreme Court, the federal courts, all right, and the Congress, and says anything that they do, we can do with our own paperwork. So if you mean me, actually, I don't have one, but I put information on that in the files. So the files I sell to you guys, or that you get for free, I don't put all the jazz talk the way I talk in them. So I'll have my repudiation. I'll tell them I renounce. They know I renounced already, because every affidavit, every file I send out, all has I have renounced. I have renounced. I am not a 14th Amendment U.S. citizen. But that's me. I'm not telling you guys what to do. I'm just saying that's how I roll, because I am not that trust, not that all caps nom de gore. Nope. I might operate it as a authorized agent, if you will, who assumes no liability, physical or financial. Just because I might be, let's say, like an authorized agent to work for Nike or something like that, doesn't mean I have to take Nike's problems on directly. Nike's got its own thing going on, and so does the all caps straw man, because they gave it to us with all the things in place to discharge and whatever else. King of the Nof. Peace, James. I can't believe I'm catching your live. Virginian here. That's what I'm talking about. Louisiana Republic. Yay. Yeah, we got some Floridians. We got some Texans, some Kansasians, Marylanders. What's going on, Karen? Hip Hop Lit is in the house. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Miko JF, yo, what it is. I couldn't find modern money mechanics on your site, Richard Madison. Look again and refresh it. It should be on the free docs page. Let me just double check, make sure everything got uploaded. Website32.com. Docs. Go all the way down to the bottom. Let's see. Yep, it's literally at the bottom. So either you haven't been there in a while, or you slipping on your pimping. Jess, yes, I'm checking it out next after you're live. Karen. All right. Richard Madison, Healing Goddess, I sent you an email, but you didn't. Oh, sorry. Private message. I just want to let you know, girl. Lewis, hey, Bronze. Oh yeah, Bronze. Yeah, by all means, you guys always have permission to use my videos, my materials. That's what it is. All right, they're not really mine. It's just I'm working, letting the universe work through me. But yeah, so unless you guys see somebody out there jazzy, I don't even care if somebody don't like me. That's fine. Don't talk about me personally, but disprove the work. And the problem is that they won't be able to do that. But what they can say is they feel some type of way about my interpretation of the information. So just keep it real. But if you do see somebody out there being jazzy, feel free. You guys all have my permission to report them. Not that you really need my permission, but report them for slandering, bullying, whatever else. F them and anybody else who wants to act as an agent or a troll. Because at the end of the day, should even my interpretation of the information not be what yours is or the next person, at least I'm here trying to free your mind. I'm trying to show you another way. I'm not keeping you in a cage. Like, cats are seriously out here, like, mad at me for trying to free them, and they're fighting me so that their slave masters, who are foreign to our de jure land of America, God bless America, and you're trying to fight me, so you're the traitor. You're a turncoat. You're a sellout. You got those people who do that. That's what they're about. Or they're just trying to gain fame off the name I'm trying to make. I'm not even that famous yet. I say yet. I mean, hopefully I will be, but I guess more infamous at this point in time. I don't mind being underground. Not everybody knows me. You guys know me. That's all that matters to me. And according to the good God's good book, as long as you help one person find light, your job is done. So it is what it is. What do we got here? Terry, what's going on, Terry? Terry Camp, that is. King of the North. Can I get DS11 with international driver's permit? That can be used to assist you, but by itself, probably not. But if you read the information, they say that you just have to have provide copies of all the material you can possibly give them to prove who you are. So yes, that will help, but by itself, probably not. Healing says FRA Title 16. Off the top of my head, nope. I know I've seen it, but I don't have all of it memorized because there's just way too much. Mary says, I'm a newcomer, but learning from your videos for a long time. So happy I finally got to join the Wolf Pack. Thank you. Learned a lot from you. Grateful, blessed for a cool law mentor. Remember, I don't deal with law. I show people laws that govern the land, air, water, and sea. That's what laws stand for. Or land, air, water, and space. Sorry. Land, air, water, and space. Because there are laws in space. For those of you guys who don't know what's going on past the fifth veil, there's some things going on up there y'all don't know. What's going on, Mary, Miko, Adam, Dahlia? I and many others value both you and Yusuf L, but you two disagree about Minnesota Rule 220. You think it's legit. He thinks it's being misinterpreted. What you say? So actually, here's the story. So I don't know him personally, but I've watched Yusuf L for years, et cetera, et cetera. I know he knows who I am. You know, he used to believe in Minnesota Rule 220, and then he came across some information or felt some type of way and changed his mind. But here's the thing. So the truth of the matter is that 18, we were supposed to declare our age of majority. Okay. Anything younger than 18 is considered to be in your minor account. When you get past 18 and you don't claim your accounts properly, okay, then you're still in your minor account. Doesn't matter how old you are, because you are not competent to handle your affairs. That's why they can govern over us and do all these things. So Minnesota Rule 220 is just an article that somebody put together when they wanted to update their vital statistics file with the state. That's how we got into this, and that's one of the ways we can get out of it or use it better. See, what a lot of people don't understand is that this is all commerce. It's all business. All right. What that means is for like the one person in my last live, they're like, oh, the wolf doesn't believe that this is fraud. No. It's business. It becomes fraud when they do something wrong or when you do something wrong. Okay. That's when there becomes a controversy, and that's when they make money. This is their system of business. So the problem is that most people were brought into this business shouldn't say fraudulently, but mistakenly. And then when we fight them, they're like, you're our slave. Why are you trying to fight? You came to us. You asked for the driver's license. You got the bank account done this way because you didn't know there was another way. That's on us. Okay. So Minnesota Rule 220 is just somebody out there created an affidavit type statement that they then authenticated their birth certificate to pull it out of their jurisdiction, attached it, the Minnesota Rule 220 on the back, notarized under jurat, and updated the state. How can that be wrong? If that's what brought you in, like I said, you're going to find there's many people out there have many different ways on doing the various. What's going on? Aragon, Sam, Raymond, Stoic. Okay, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Are we getting the last passport video soon? Yeah. Probably next week. It should be ready to roll. I got one fired off, and I'm sending off the other one within the next week. Like I said, I know the information is good. I just wanted to get mine out so that if they have any problems with it, I can, and I already went back and forth with them on some minor things. So this is why I wait. This is why I vet the information. This is why I do these things before giving it to you guys. So one, you guys don't have to go, oh, this is crap. Or, Wolf, what's wrong? The process, you told me it's not working. Okay. Clint, what's going on? Outstanding work. Thank you. Thank you. United States versus United States of America. Yes. So once again, all we're doing is we're updating the file. Do you have to do that? No, you ain't got to do nothing. I never tell any of you guys you have to do all of my work. You can do one thing, three things, or nothing, or all of the things. It don't matter to me. But remember, you do not have to do everything in the videos that's entertainment and education. Just because we're talking about it. All right. You have to figure out if that's something you want to do, then vet the information for yourself and then go ahead. Like I said, I'm just your favorite non-belligerent non-combatant. Treaty with the United States. Diplomat of Lovetica. All right. Oh, so let me get to that. So yes, Yusuf he's correct in saying he's interpreting the information he's gotten his way, and that's not wrong. I'm interpreting it my way, and that's not wrong. What it is that at first he read it the same way I'm reading it. And from my understanding, I've modified the Minnesota Rule 220, added some additional information, made it my own. Same thing you guys can do. You get the file from me for free. I'm not charging for that. It's on the free docs on blacksite32.com. Add to it, remove from it, change the font, change the whatever, add. It's your declaration. So I will say I disagreed in thinking that there's no power there, but I'll be honest, I don't know what all power is there. I know that if that's how I got in and they have a record of it and I can't delete it, then I want to update it. Same thing with the driver's license. They're like, we don't delete all the information, which, yeah, by law, you are supposed to if I have a copyright on the information, and I do. But okay, we'll leave that alone for now. That's why you send them a bill of particulars or a fee schedule for using your name, okay, your copyrighted material. So, but here's the thing. I also just read today, in fact, that you can contact the vital statistics and cancel your birth certificate. All right. No, but I digress. Remember, just because we mentioned something doesn't mean go and just do it. Think about the ramifications. Because if you don't have your own documents, okay, ready to go to use, then when you need a copy of that and all of a sudden they don't have it, which we all know they're not going to really get rid of your stuff, but they'll say, there's one of these nationals here wanting a copy of their stuff. Well, tell them we ain't got it. We got their letter that said they wanted to cancel it. Now, we know they don't throw away nothing, ever. Oh, I was like, why does my water smell funny? Then I realized that there's cinnamon in there. I got a cinnamon stick, little flavored water. So do what you believe is best for you, because you need to be able to justify it. You need to be able to, you might have to fix something after you do something. So never just jump over the side of the ship. Have a game plan. So 80 non-negotiable. Hey, Tim, what's going on, brother? I appreciate all your hard work in the groups. Thank you for being a moderator and an admin and all that good jazz. He says, hit that like button. There's my boy Tim right here. He's been on it, helping out the wolf when I can't be everywhere. Mr. Fix It from Atlanta Live. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. When the certificate of live birth is authenticated, is it true that you are no longer a U.S. citizen? Well, the certificate of live birth means you are a state citizen. That's why they have the word live in there, and you're born on the Republic. But you don't really acquire your U.S. citizenship until you get your Social Security card and you pledge that, and you then have your parents apply to the state for a birth certificate. So, but remember, you are never, unless you were born in Washington, D.C., the U.S. citizen. You can be considered a state citizen, a national of the United States, and even though it hurts my heart to say it, love Colonel Von Wilson of Copper Moonshine Stills, you are also then a citizen of the United States. I just don't like that term. It's how they're mushing all the terminologies into that term. I don't like that. I like it clean cut. State citizen, national of the United States. Protected person even. So the all caps name is the U.S. citizen. You're wearing its mask. Okay. I don't understand if you're not a citizen, how can you still operate in the United States? When you renounce your 14th Amendment U.S. citizen, you're basically telling them that you're not the corporation. You as a state citizen, loyal to the republic and loyal to the nation as a national, have more rights to operate business here than anything else, any of these foreign businesses. So, yeah, you can still operate here. Hell, even if somebody from another country came here and got an EIN, they can be here to do business. It's all business at the end of the day. Do you have to accept the office of the registered agent? No. You don't have to accept anything. Anything somebody's providing you is an offer. All right, let's see. What's going on? Rusty, Karen, Juan from Texas, Eric. I'm a state citizen and I have a pressure washing business. Do I have to have a driver's license? So if you use your vehicle for a tax write-off, if you use your vehicle on the road to make money, then yes, you have to have a driver's license. If you're using your vehicle and if it has a company name on it, then it's a U.S. citizen. If it doesn't, you have a separate private vehicle, then that is your private vehicle. That can be, you don't have to have a driver's license according to the Constitution and the Supreme Court on right to travel. But if you're doing business in it, or it's got the business name on it, it's a U.S. citizen. It's corporate property. I'm starting the process and I am stuck. Okay, it depends on what the state is getting ready to, get back to you with. SA sounds. Yeah, that's what I love. You guys are getting it. Floyd says yes. Yep, fruit from a poison tree. That's a good one. Thomas. Yep. You are the beneficiary. You are the beneficiary in private capacity. You, the private person. I don't know your middle name. We're just going to say Thomas Aloysius of the Brinkman family or the Brinkman nation, the nation of Brinkman. You are, in fact, the beneficiary of the legal fiction, all caps name. Correct. Here's another thing you guys got to know. One lady was irate with me. She had done a consultation. I didn't get the email, and then she's going off on me, so I responded back in kind. I do not play that, man. I will delete and block you before. So get this. So she's talking jazzy, right? I mean, man, wildfire. This lady's a spitfire. And I was like, oh, no, we don't play that. Delete, refund your money, because I will refund. I'm not that way. I'm not a total DICK. All right. I was raised right. So I sent her money back, minus the taxes, though. And I was like, yeah, we're not playing that. So guess what? We already had everything set up. I had it booked up, right? This is today, live. So on my third consultation or whatever it was, third or fourth, I ended up calling the lady, right? Didn't even know it was her, right? I was like, wait a minute, why does this name look familiar? Especially when you guys like have a different name than your PayPal and then your email's all different. That stuff just jacks me up. I don't even know. So I called her And she's like, the Bad Wolf? I was like, oh. I was just getting ready to hang up because I was private call. And I was like, no, we're here. Let's just do this. Let's talk about it real quick. So we ended up talking everything out. I understood where she was coming from. It was miscommunication. The emails didn't go through. So remember, sometimes if you don't hear from me, it's because the email didn't go through. Even if, and some people have been trying to abuse the 1 or 2 free emails questions, I will grant you. All right. That doesn't mean 1 or 2 every day or every week. That means 1 or 2, meaning here and or there. If I start to recognize your name from emails and you're not providing something in return, or it's not a consultation, I will still reply, but you're going to get a general blank message that's going to have a standard 8, 9, 10 answers. Read through them. So anyway, so now we're good, and we're taking back. We're going to pretend like all the jazz didn't happen, so we're good. And actually, it ended up being that she, of everybody who's ever disappointed her and didn't follow through with all these other gurus, you know, she was heartbroken that she thought I was just dumping on her like anybody else, which wasn't the case. And so she had been like, you know, I'm not well off right now, so all this means a whole lot to me, and I'm just, you know, she went through a lot of stuff. So we talked everything out, and you know, like I said, took care of her and got some things I'm gonna send to her, and you know, so she's doing a lot better, and her faith was restored, and not only me but the universe. So that's what's up. That's what's up. So what's going on, Barbara? The poet lounge. Yeah, I'm famous with the right people and infamous with some others. I'll tell you that. But we've got a treaty in place. So hello to all the 3-letter agencies out there. Love you guys. I know you guys watch. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for keeping the America safe and protected. Continue to do business, but govern yourselves and govern those rogue people out there who are not doing their jobs properly. That's in-house. That's y'all work. I've heard good, and well, I'd say I've heard more good than bad about the W4 sandwiches. I haven't gotten into those. But so I can't put my stamp on them. But I know that there are a lot of processes out there I just haven't done yet. I'll tell you this, anything financial, I tend to stay away from it until enough people have gone through and it's smooth sailing, because these people will wait 3 years sometimes before getting back to you on something. So always vet the information. If you're not sure, don't be afraid to call the IRS. I call them all the time. I don't care if it's the Social Security Administration, the Department of State, whoever. Call them, get the agent name and number. Hey, I want to turn in this information like this. Now, they may or may not lie to you, but at least then you can't possibly get into trouble. Now, the passport stuff, I got that all day. All right. They've literally made changes to the passport process because of my information, because, well, it's factual. So, but remember, they can't get rid of the way out, but they can change the sign above the door, if you get what I'm saying. Floyd, I've already done that too. I've claimed some land on Mars, at the North Pole or South Pole. Yeah, I think the only places that you can't claim land is somewhere where a human mortal cannot exist. So underwater and on the sun. I think I claimed some moon too. Madame G. Madame. Hello. Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I'm trying to go through them quick so I can get to a lot of these answers. Clint. Getting a passport while you're on child support is doable, but if you are behind by more than $1,500, or 2,500-ish becomes nearly impossible. Now, there are some private educational things we could possibly try to chat about. I make no guarantees, but and you're grown, so you can utilize information to see if it works for you. But yeah, you can get it as long as you're not behind. So we got 102 people. Looks like, well, 147 watching and only 9 likes. Y'all slipping. I'm going to take a 2-minute break until we get them likes up. Ain't nobody getting no more answers from me until I get them thumbs up. You heard my boy King. Get them likes up. We ain't doing nothing. I'm not clicking no ticker, nothing. I got all day. Shut your mouth, Alexa. If you know it's good for you. It's just my real Alexa. I would never talk to anybody like that. All right. I'm going to assume we got some more likes up. But if King tells me we need more likes, I'm going to take some more breaks. What's going on, Julia? Appreciate you for jumping in. Natalie. Jesse Wayne. Joinder. Yes, my friend. You know what I'm talking about, Jason. Terms. Yep. A lot of people don't understand. It's all business. You can negotiate with these people. They need your business. See, they've just been so used to everybody grabbing ankles. And if you don't know what that means, then you're probably a really nice person. But you can always negotiate. They need you. Fells Wargo. The paperwork has been sent out. They got it. They basically want to ignore it, but we'll just say that a phone call was sent. We were playing phone tag right now. I left my final offer, and should they not want to play, then it's going to be federal court all the way. In which case, I already have case files that have already been proven victorious in the higher courts. So that's on them. Doesn't matter to me either way. I won against New Jersey for not having insurance and registration of property in my car. What's up? Woo! Let me tell you, yes, that's the thing. See, people don't understand. They think I'm just talking jazz about this stuff. Guys, I've been to court, and ever since then, when I have decided I'm not going to court anymore, unless it's federal. And even then, I'm going to say, well, show me some jurisdiction, and I'll consider it, or if it's in my favor. You don't have to contract. But the whole thing is right here is that you can win against them. See, they are administering your account, but you're over 18. You're the age of majority. You can do it. They assume that you are a public transmitting utility, alter ego. You are, in fact, that all cap straw man name. You are a lawyer. You are a bar member until you rebut their claims properly. And especially if you use my paperwork, which they absolutely do not like, okay? Or somebody else's, or you figure what's going on the right way and you protect yourself, you can win. People are winning all the time. I just don't bring all the cases on here and tell you how many people every day, and I get over 200 emails a day that I answer by myself, usually, that you can win. We don't need to brag. The proof is in the pudding. But yes, great job. Well, if they enter a plea for you, there's a couple things here. So one, the judge entering a plea on your behalf is practicing law from the bench. How can you be my counsel to enter a plea in for me if you're the judge? You can't do it. What they're doing is fraudulent. And that judge is probably a magistrate and has an actual judge who's licensed to write off on it. So contact the chief judge in your state. Just type in chief judge of whatever state and tell them that you are of the age of majority and that the judge entered a plea on your behalf, which is practicing law from the bench. Thank you guys for following along. Thank you guys for supporting. Sabrina, what's going on? What's going on? Republic of New York. Yay. Dealt with a couple people from New York just today on my comp. Actually, two. I did 2 consults from New York. So yeah, the certificate of live birth is your claim to being a state citizen. Okay, that's the Republic. All right. Let me get this. Set this over here. Come on. All right. Escaping the trick bag. Nice. Yep. The long form is state citizen. Yep. There you go. See, the long form is the one that has all the information on there. So when you're requesting it, you're going to try to check off long form. You're going to check off legal copy. If you can have an other box, you're going to put in, please provide full information or all information available, birth, weight, time, all that. And then put in there for legal reasons. I need all of that. Just gave you guys a bone and some gems right there. So yeah, we found out today that you can close and rescind, cancel the birth certificate. You can update it with the Department of Vital Statistics. Why are my comments turned off? Well, because there's only one of me, and I don't have time to monitor every single good, bad, other on there. And I'm not going to let the work be polluted or diluted by trolls and whatever else. It's not about me in the comments. If people want to do the comments, I do the lives. Catch a live. Or become a member, and then the people who are members in the community who have access to comments in that section, I can monitor those, but I can't monitor 900 threads. And yeah, you know what? If I did turn them on, it would be a whole lot of hoorah, way more good than bad. But then you got bots, agents, and BS and adult stuff, and I don't want all that in there. So why even bother? But yeah, it would help to increase my following, but that's not why I'm here. I live this. I don't need to do this. I'm doing okay. But I do this for the work so that the work can get out to help people. So what is there to talk about? You know, I mean, if people want to talk, you can join the, comment on somebody else's. I hate to say it like that. It's my power, and I'm not giving that up to people who might want to abuse that. But people who do want to get in on board, you want to talk, and you are a non-belligerent, non-combatant of any nation, you're more than welcome to join the Telegram group, Badwolf Unincorporated, 2 separate words. Same thing in there. You can talk in there, and if somebody gets jazzy, then I've got moderators to take care of the scenarios. We already talked about CPNs. I tell people just to get a EIN. If you can get a legal, legitimate CPN, purchasing it from a legit source somebody else had, or what, the IRS, or whatever, then cool. But be careful, people with fake ones out there and whatever else. How would one go about being an American national? I can make you an American national in 2 seconds. Ready? If you're born here, you're an American national. That's it. It's all in the mind. You are an American national. Actually, it's called national of the United States, or a state citizen. But you already are. You were born that way. Unless you came from another country, then you just have to live here long enough or marry a national. Yes, the Department of Transportation does have exempt plates and tags, but you have to contact them to get it, and it's like pulling teeth in most cases. I don't have the long form. If you have the long form versus the short form, always use the long form, but also you want to protect that one. Tell them for legal reasons. Tell them for private reasons. Tell them because it's yours. You have right to your information. Yeah, the long form and the short form are not the same. The short one is issued by the state, and it's only called the short form because it only has partial information because they didn't birth you. You were born. Ships and vessels, entities are birthed. So the short form just means they have short information because that's the formation of the all caps name. They give you something with the same name. It's like Indiana Jones when he was taking the little idol off the thing and he swapped it with the bag of sand. Okay, that's what they did. Alter ego is when you think you are that name in all caps. It's in Black Law's dictionary right here. Capitis diminutia maxima. Capitis, capitalization, diminutia, reduction, maxima. Okay, meaning the full loss or reduction of one's freedoms and rights when use of the all caps name, and all caps names represents dead entities. Huzzah. What's going on, Jeff? Yeah. Yep. Yes, the Chancery Court is the more powerful court. Now, if you can find a place where there's a Chancery Court, here's one that's educational information. Do your own research. But yeah, if you might be able to find a potential Chancery Chancellor for a review of Chancery Court somewhere in Tennessee, maybe even Davidson County, where they deal with equity and international things. Might be a good place to file some stuff. I don't know. Might have heard that somewhere. I don't know. So, anyway, Julia from Freedom. So yeah, lowercase is non-corporate. Yes. Yep. That's why I tell people, if you have the chance or ability, always put your name, use your given name, not your legal name. Now, I take this moment for a brief break. This is the hydrolyzer. It can be, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not selling this product, but actually it is a hydrolyzer. If you can check it out, see it bubbling. So this is purified water. Everything I have in my house is purified. Okay. Refrigerator, shower, everything but toilet water. Then once you have pure filtered water, you get you a hydrolyzer. What this does, it breaks apart the correct amount of water into hydrogen and oxygen. And then when you drink it out of your all copper cup, and we know copper has medicinal type, educational information only, properties, which is why things were always made out of copper pipes and are no longer made out of copper pipes, but plastic, which is where people get microplastics in their body in the system from, allegedly, educational purposes only. And that's not actually good for you. But in the old days, that's why I used to throw pennies when they used to be copper into wells to make a wish and purify the water. Don't take my word for it. Look it up for yourself. This is just my particular opinions and things I've read. So when you drink this, the hydrogen and oxygen are now in your body in greater amounts because your body does produce minute particles of it. And this helps to potentially help your body keep you more healthy. But do your own research. This is just education. How do you access the private side of a bank? You're going to need to talk to a banker and tell them you want to speak to them in the private and you want a personal banker. How do you get access to the minor account? That I don't know, but I do know that it is possible and that some people have done it. And the people who have told me they have done it, I've been told that you will be signing a non-disclosure agreement. Okay. Writing a constitution for the people is awesome, especially if he used all quantum syntax grammar, which I'm sure he did. But you have to have something de jure to put it in. But anything somebody else can do, you can do. I have not done a 1099-A to buy a property. Like I said, there are some processes out there that you guys need to call the IRS to ensure you're doing them the right way. This would be one of them. There's a lot of information out there. 1099-As are usually used for if you're already making payments on something and you want to recoup some of the funds. I do not personally know of that working. I've heard it worked for some people, and other people are in court right now or out of court, locked up for certain things. So once again, contact the IRS. 38 likes with 171 people. Y'all out here snowing me. Ego checker. What's going on, Celestial? Sis. So Zena says, well, I wonder about that, why folks are so slow to like. Fix it. Hit the like button. My like is already on. Thank you, Hunter. That says, get him up, get him up, get him up. How do we operate in a corporation that only transfers debt as collateral? Every debt is somebody else's credit, which is still debt. All negotiable instruments hire you. On the private side, you can make out any negotiation you want: gold, silver, diamonds, barter, time for time. In the corporation, if you're inside the corporation, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So, yep, negotiable instruments, IOUs, promissory notes, foreign Federal Reserve notes. You can also request things in lawful money. I did a video on that too. I've got a number of people who've been telling me they've been getting paid out in lawful money, which is fire. About getting a passport while on felony probation. I can't say I've done that one. I might have some thoughts on that, but I can't make any promises just because, like I said, I'm more of the spots where I've already talked about are things I've gone through and done, but I haven't done every process. I'll be the first person to tell you that right now. I got 45 likes on this end. What's up? Y'all gonna really make me go and look at the live cast on YouTube to see where these likes are? Really? You're gonna make me do this right now? All right. Y'all gonna play. I gotta go and see. See what y'all doing here. I'm going to my live. 168 watching. Hopefully I don't get an echo from this. I'm gonna try to pause it. Yep. Oh, there you go. All right, we got 152 likes right now. Okay. All right. 153. All right. Okay. All right. We's getting there. Yeah, if somebody has vetted the 1099 process, yeah, I'll take a gander. Like I said, my whole thing is I called them and I didn't talk too long, but they gave me the basic gist of the 1099s. Now that doesn't mean that the agent doesn't know other ways to use that file. So that's why I'm not saying that what I'm telling you is the only way to use them. I just want you guys to be careful, when doing these things. If we pay for the passport on your site, do we get a consultation? No. If you've gone recently, that's only a link to go to the Department of State to get the passport. I just put that there for convenience. You can't get the passport through me and my site. Good God. If I was promising that, they would have been shut my stuff down. Nope, that's our stuff. Choop. No, the only thing you really don't need anything from anybody to do the passport process but knowledge. But I do provide the explanatory statement, which gives you knowledge, helps out the agent, and it helps out in case in the future you're ever trying to declare yourself as a state citizen, because then you can use that as your affidavit or your declaration or whatever else. But nothing is mandatory other than their fees for the passport process. Do we use private bank or trust? That's up to you. Either way, any way you can rock it. Both are good. Root words, what's going on? Hit that subscribe, share, the like. Yes. I'm almost that case award expungement of all records, no tax for life, immunity, and trust. Yep. Yeah, they can't win. The only way they can win is by your contract, your ignorance, no offense to anybody, and your lack of wanting to find out what's going on and challenge them. Okay, it's the Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz was written. Why do you think they had the Tin Man in there? Okay, the Tin Man in the Wizard of Oz. You thought it was just a movie? You think the Matrix was just a movie? No, they've been telling us what's going on the whole time, because the contract, and I hate to sound biblical or religious, but the whole contract behind the forces of darkness or the powers that be, what are you going to call them, totally hidden evil mother anyway, is that they have to put it out there in the public. So the Tin Man represents your tax-paying identification number. Your straw man. The straw man in the Wizard of Oz was the straw man. The all caps name together. One doesn't have a brain. one wants a heart, right? And the lion is the real you, but you don't have the courage to look and see what's going on. So you're the cowardly lion. You get it? Yeah, this is what happens when I was 9 going on 10 years old and I seen through the 5th veil. All right. Most people didn't even know there was a veil. You know what I mean? A little too much. That's why I'm a little crazy. It's a little too much information for a 9-year-old. All right. You grow up a little wacky. So just a madman in a box. Have you heard any communication from Russell Gould? He's never reached Russell J. Gould, and he's never reached out to me. I know he worked with and got his stuff with or from David Wynn Miller, but no, he's never said anything to me. Yes, the bar is the British Association, or I thought it was accreditation registries. Okay, British Association. Yeah, the bar members take an oath to the bar first, then each other, and then their clients. Hey, 6, what's going on? I'm good. Drink a little water, chilling out. See, you're from Dallas. Cool. All right. Yeah, you have to challenge them. If you don't challenge them, do I really need to authenticate my birth certificate? You only need to authenticate your birth certificate on one level as a minimum. More is cool, but it's not necessarily better. State or federal. If you can't do the state, then you do the federal. And you only need to authenticate your birth certificate, not your certificate of live birth. The state or the county already did that from the hospital. If you're doing the passport process as a state citizen or a national. Because why? Because when you authenticate it, it removes it from the Hague or federal jurisdiction. So if you don't want to authenticate it, you don't have to. But just remember, years back, I was the first person on YouTube talking about authenticating it with almost all the other gurus. Oh, the wolf doesn't know what he's talking about because he's a young kid. He don't know what he's talking about. Well, first of all, I'm not young, but thanks. I'm trying to not age as much as possible. Secondly, I did the research. I did the calls. I was on the phone for weeks talking to people, different states, finding out all the stuff about it, so everybody else can run by, take a little bird seed, and run off and put on their little YouTube channel. But nobody believed me at first. But yeah, it removes it from their jurisdiction. From what I hear, it does some more things in the background that they don't like, but I guess benefits us. But I've not been able to confirm that. Like I said, I only get bits and pieces. It's hard to get the good info through the veil. All right. But every once in a while, people out there in the various departments will just say, have been or are free to provide information as long as it's not going to get them in trouble or me in trouble. I ain't trying to hear that. All right. But anything people want to share that, would be good here. All right. We got a celebrity in the house. What's going on, D? I heard you follow me as well. So thank you. Thank you. Poncha, yeah, your dad be wearing out my phone and my emails. But I know he had a little situation. But we got everything squared away. He's gonna put the fire to the to the floor. And that's the thing too, guys, is that you're going to be challenged. Not everybody's going to be challenged, but people are going to be challenged. And if you want change, proper change to take place so we can reclaim some de jure, then when your card is pulled, don't back down. Go forward. Make them prove you're wrong. And then hit their pocketbooks. These crooked cops, crooked lawyers, crooked judges, crooked magistrates. And by that, I don't mean all of them. By no means. I've got some friends and family who are in all those things. So let's just say there might be a reason why I know some court stuff. Might be a reason why I know some cop stuff. But I keep people's information confidential and private. But the ones who are out there denying us, and then there's the ones who don't know what's going on. They're not taught constitutional law. They're not even taught UCC information. They are given, what do they call it, compartmentalization, and this information is on a need-to-know basis. And right out of the gate, they tell them anybody who's talking kind of like us, who doesn't seem as versed as me, that they're the problem. But when I talk to their boss, somebody on the top payroll, a high-level functionary, then all of a sudden they're like, hey, keep that quiet. We'll take care of everything, but just don't put my name in it, and I got you. Have a good day. So, all right. Congrats for D just did her UCC. Isn't it amazing when you do it right and it goes through and you're like, wow. Because you know what? If you did it wrong or you couldn't do it, they wouldn't let you. But don't forget it. They will try to slow you up if they can. Yeah. I think let me look at my schedule. What's tomorrow? Tuesday. I'm booked up. I can do one on Wednesday and afternoon only on Thursday. Otherwise, it'll be next week before I have any. Unless you want to do a Sunday one, but Sundays are overtime because the family's like, if you're going to not spend time with us, you better make sure you're getting paid through. I got Sunday hours, which is going to be double normal. But I would just say wait till Monday if you can. Otherwise, yeah, I got one tomorrow. No, one on Wednesday, couple on Thursday afternoon. Roots, I do have a guy. I can see if I can get him on, but because I had two other people who were supposed to jump on, but they're not showing it, so they're probably busy. But hold on, let me see if I can see if he's available. See if we're doing this live, all right? So let me make sure I don't have his phone number up here. We're actually going to do an adverse possession by this person if, or at some point in time, he's going to get on. Let's see if he answers. So silly.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? This is the Wolf.
Hey, Wolf, what's going on,
Hey, I got you on live right now, so people can hear you all across YouTube.
Oh, great. How y'all doing out
there? Hey, Root Word said, I want to know about adverse possession. You got time tonight to jump on the live? If I send you a link?
Yeah.
All right. Email. Do I? Wait, hold on. Let me just. I think I got your email. All right. Compose. Hold on. Let me get to the. Let me mute this. I don't want to have your info. All right. Don't freak out. We just went mute for a while. My guy who does adverse possession is going to jump on and school you on some of that information. I got my boy Elliot who does business. He's the one who was on a while back. Everybody was asking for his email and information on him. So I'm not going to be able to be in the chats as much. If I see a comment that sticks out, I'll get there. Do not take it personal. Elliot's going to talk about business and credit and some other things that you guys should know. Now, this is not going to be the full introduction. We're going to do one just for that. There's going to be a number of them coming up, so don't worry if you miss it. But I'm going to bring him on, and we are going to keep rocking. All right. So this might be a longer video tonight, so don't worry about it. Root words, yes. Banks cannot own land. That's why they want to get yours and flip it. Oh. Elliot, you are live. Hey. What's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay. Good. Hey, how you doing? I can't hear you.
Oh, I had it muted. You can't hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now. Okay. I hear you now. Okay. I hear you now.
Yeah, I had it. Sorry, I had it muted.
All right. Do I have an echo or anything?
No echo, but you froze for a second.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I gotta. So I had you on my phone, and then it went out. I don't know why. Let me see. Oh, there we go.
Elliot, you know why. Stop playing.
Are you talking to me backstage or am I live?
You're live, bro.
I'm live?
You're live.
Oh, okay. All right.
Whatever happens now is happening now.
Hold on.
So go ahead. Feel free to introduce yourself, brother.
Hold on. I'm live. Okay. All right.
Do you want to? We lost Elliot. Oh, wait. Elliot, you're muted if you can hear me. You got to unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay, I hear you now. Okay. All right, so I'll just take it off of here. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good today. Thank you for the introduction, James. So you wanted me to tell them about what's coming, what we got going on right now?
Yeah, give them tell them a little bit about who you are, and then what you got going on. Okay. They said we can hear y'all both. Okay, so we're good. We're back in now.
All right.
Yeah, tell them a little bit about business, a little bit about what you are. Hey, Chief Goldhawk, I'm gonna have you in just a little bit, so just bear with me. All right.
All right, I'll be brief. My name is Elliot Williamson. This is my second time on here. Thank you, James, for the invite. Basically, for the last, I say 6-7 years, man, I've been just doing credit. I've been doing a lot of credit lawsuits, and I have plenty of receipts to show you guys. But like I stated on the last time that I was here, I was embarking on purchasing and getting a software up to help people so they can go private, but not only go private, but properly build business credit. So officially, we have that website now, and we have that tool in our arsenal. The website is businesscreditbuilderelite.com, which is should be on my name. You guys can go there to book consultations if you are interested in that. But like James was saying, and I agree with a lot of your points, James. It's 2023, guys, and it's time to fight. And that's why I'm trying to partner with James and other people to motivate you guys to fight, because things that James has done, he has real results. Things that I've done, I have real results, real processes that really work. But they can only be worked if you work them. If you stand up for yourself, like how he was saying, when you pull the curtain back, you're a lion, but we're acting like a baby cub. But you need to act like a full-grown lion and bite somebody's head off like you Mufasa. So at the end of the day, this is what it comes down to. And starting next week, we're going to do a live webinar. I'm going to show you a behind-the-scenes look of this software. Also, the following week after that, I'm going to be starting the series, which is going to be labeled "Unclinched from Willie Lynch: How to Sue the Credit Bureaus." And that's where we're going to start. And we're going to take a deep dive in that. Also, I'm going to be showing you a live case study. I just filed a brand new case against Experian on Monday. The ROS was sent today. So we are live in court. I'm going to take you through the entire process. I'm going to show you how I'm in there. You can't hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
I'm gonna take you through the entire process. I'm talking about every single thing I did from the setup, from the rooter to the tutor, basically, from the setup to sending them, how to get a process server, what to do at this stage, when to do it. You can copy my complaints. Now, that's subject to where you live at. I'm from Florida, so if you're from Florida, you're gonna get blessed with some golden information. You're not gonna really have to do anything because it's already in your jurisdiction. But I'm going to show you guys everything. I'm going to take you live. We're going to go through live. I'm going to record my conversations with these people. I'm going to show you the emails. I'm going to show you how I basically talk to them like a dog, because that's how they dog you out. I stand up for myself and fight, because these people don't give a D about your life. They don't care. They will ruin your credit. They will ruin you at any chance that they get. And I'm tired of watching that. I don't care if you're black, white, Christian, Muslim, or Jew. It doesn't matter. They're doing this to all of us. We're being poisoned in our food, in our water, in our education, every aspect of life, family, everything. I mean, just look at it. Look at TV. Look at social media. But this stops, and this starts the fight. This is not for everybody. This is not for everybody. Everybody doesn't have the mental capacity to do this, and this is not a disrespect on you, but you got to have faith, and you got to have confidence in yourself. If you Latina, confianza, you need that. You need that. Without that, you cannot succeed in anything in life. It doesn't matter how many videos he does, I do, or anybody you listen to. Without application and real world application, it's just words. They're just going in one ear and coming out of the other. So we always want to, we want to know, well, how can I fix the problem? Well, I have a solution to that. So what do you want to do about the problem? And that's basically what it's going to come down to. So I'm going to show you guys everything. I'm going to also have a call-in show to reiterate and recap what we went through in the videos, so you can ask me personal questions. You can also book consultations with me if you really want to do this. If you really want to do this, then we could do this. I'm going to also bring on people who I've worked with, bless them. I'm going to have them show you their real checks from Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, real money, real checks. These you guys want results, but the results lie with you. They're not in just us getting on YouTube telling you this, telling you that. You gotta take a stand, and you can't be scared, and you can't be afraid to fail, because failure is going to be your greatest lesson that teaches you anything in life. You're going to learn more from failing than you ever will succeeding. Actually, success can be a false illusion. So you should want to fail to a certain degree so you can triumph. So I agree with everything that you said. Yeah. we're gonna do a webinar. I mean, basically that's it. That's it, James. I mean,
give them
anything
that
specific?
give them that website address where they can find out all that information about you and etc. And then I'm going to bring in Chief Golden Hawk. He's going to talk a little bit about adverse possession, and then basically you guys can either field some questions and just kind of we're just going to have open forum, talk a little bit more about this, that, or the other, and just see what it do.
Yeah. Any questions
further,
questions that I just want to say, any questions that you guys have, ask them. If you have a credit question, anything, man, ask me. What do you want to know? Like, I'm not a mind reader. So even the other brother that comes on, be specific, be detailed, write it down, because this benefits you and it helps you greatly. So
we've got some people asking once again what the website is and what your email is.
Business Credit Builder Elite.com. Business Credit Builder Elite.com. I have a consultation form on there. It's a free consultation for the business credit. If you're interested in getting the software or wanting a demo, I could do a live demo for you. Also, I'm gonna put my personal email on here for the last time, but we'll change that later on just so you can get in contact with me if you just want to do the lawsuit aspect. I do charge for that, but it's not anything ridiculous. But that website, if you want to put it in there for me, James, is Elliott ELIOTT Williamson at yahoo.com. Now that email is subject to change, but right now you can contact me there. And please put in the subject line Badwolf. Also, if you book a consultation with me for a demo of the software, please put in the subject line Badwolf. That way I know, because James is a great resource and a great person to know. So I want to make sure that everything gets credited to him, because without people like this and platforms like this, we can't reach you. We can't reach the masses to help you. So I hope that helps you. And then I'll be fielding questions later after the other brother speaks. Thank you, James.
All right. Appreciate you, brother. All right. Without further ado, we're getting Chief Golden Hawk on here. As promised, I love having intelligent minds. So let's bring it. So what's going on, Chief? Can you hear me? You got a copy?
I can hear you. How y'all doing today?
Yeah. What's going on with you, brother? Fellow King, appreciate you. What's the good word?
I appreciate y'all too. Nothing much. Just trying to free the land, to free everything the same way that I see that you brothers are doing. I totally agree with everything the brother before me just said. In his small presentation when he was telling everyone that it's up to us, we're gonna have to get up off our behind and make a move. So it works the same way when it comes to the process with adverse possession as well.
So now, okay, so I'm gonna let you have the floor to talk about this. And then, like I said, anytime Elliott wants to jump in, answer some questions, we're all kings here. We can, work the floor. So you can, just kind of feel your time out. You don't have to give every single detail. Now, if this is something that people can get a hold of you and you're okay with that, then you can put your information out there. Like I told Elliott, you do have to be prepared, because this is kind of like you putting your foot out into the world. It might be a small platform, but the longer people watch the video, the information is going to be out there. All right. So, so if you're just giving the information, then just give the information. But if you have a website or a YouTube channel, this is you coming out of the darkness into the light and putting it out there. So, without further ado, I'm gonna let you have the floor, and I'm gonna grab some more water. So, Elliott, just field anything as you see fit. I'll be right back in about 2 minutes, and Chief, floor is yours. Go ahead and have it, baby.
All right, y'all. So I'm Chief Golden Hawk. I'm here in the state of Georgia. I can be reached at Southern Indigenous Coalition at gmail.com. Currently, I'm in the process of establishing a website for the adverse possession information that I'm getting ready to share, so that I can start doing consultations and this, that, and the third. But as of right now, you can contact me via my email. I'm pretty sure that a lot of you have heard plenty things in regards to adverse possession, which is the taking over of the property. The colonizers, when they first made it to this particular continent or piece of land, this is the method that they used in order to take the land from our ancestors. So you had a lot of what they call in the legal term squatters here on the land, but the process that I utilize gives you ownership of the property that you are about to adverse possess. So I have 4 acres here in the state of Georgia that I've currently owned for about a year and a half now. And I go down and I file a deed in the local courthouse. I received that deed back, filed and recorded. I switched the taxes over and into my name or into a corporation my tied to my name. I learned the process of going private via our brother Badwolf. And I utilize his information in regards to a ministry or faith based organization. And I put my property directly into the faith based organization so that it would be tax exempt as well as I would hold the sovereign rights to the land that I'm staying on. So currently I have the deed, the taxes are switched into the ministry's name. And the next process that I have been mastering is the land patent process. He has another guy that Bad Wolf has another guy that he's been working with, sharing information in regards to the um the land patent situation. I look forward to attaining that knowledge and moving in that direction as well because from the information that I've learned, that's the most supreme or the most powerful instrument that you can use in order to prove ownership. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting that land patent situation down pat and locking that in. But as far as the deed goes and actually having something in black and white as far as ownership, I can assist with that process and I can be contacted once again at Southern Indigenous Coalition at gmail.com. Soon we'll have a website up where I'll be able to do consultations and help the ones of y'all that are willing to free yourselves from rent and things of that nature. So if you're interested in that information, you can contact me or you can get in contact with my brother Bad Wolf and he'll pass the message along.
Fire, fire. That's what's up. That's what's up. Anybody got any questions for these two brothers? Feel
Yeah,
free.
I wanted to address one that I seen. One somebody I didn't catch their name, but they wanted to know how do you discharge debt and build credit at the same time. Um, there's no better time now to build credit. That's the beauty of going private. So, for example, let's say you had a business, right, and your business is actually bringing in revenue. I mean, when I say bringing in revenue, I mean 10,000 more a month in deposits. It doesn't matter what your credit score is at that point because you got to understand that credit is so vast. A lot of times we put credit in a box because we only taught the personal side of credit, which is your public side. But the private side, nothing shows up. For example, like I told y'all in the first time I was on, if you go back and watch that video, I filed bankruptcy while all of my accounts were in good standing, right? Why did I do that? Because I didn't want anything negative on it once they discharged it. So to answer your question, to discharge it, if you owe 10,000 or more and you're tired of paying it, just start over and wipe the slate clean. But get with me first because I'll teach you how to get the bankruptcy off in 31 days. And Bad Wolf is my witness because I showed him the receipts. I did it in 31 days. I filed on November 1st. It was off December 2nd on all three. And then I'm suing them because one of them reinserted it. And then they did some other stuff on top of that. It hasn't even fully effectively discharged fully. It discharges on my birthday next Monday officially. And it's already off of my credit. So my scores are already in the sevens right now. And all I did is just wipe out what I had. And I'm going to go right back and touch another 100 grand. It's going to all be on the business side. So what it starts with, basically, to answer your question, brother, you have to just start. That's it. It's like the questions that y'all have, they have to be met with action. It's like I can show you how to do it, but you still got to go fill out the application, just like a job. They're not going to come to your house and say, hey, work for me. You got to fill out the application, do the drug test, do the process. That's what it is. You got to understand everything has a process. Whether you go to court, you got due process. You get married, you got a process for divorce. You got a child support. Everybody know you got a process for that before they throw you in jail to start billing you. Everything has a process. You have to learn the game and play it well. And once you do that, you will never stop playing it well. But you got to understand this is chess, man. So the best move is just to move. So then while you're moving, you're going to make the right move as you learn along the way. So there's tons of ways to do it, but it's based off an individual. I mean, there's several things that I can share with you, but it may not apply to your situation. I don't know your situation, but to legally discharge it and get a 1099-C, you can do a bankruptcy. I can show you a 1099-C right now that I just received from Barclays and Amex right now for 2023, and I didn't do anything. I just filed it because what they do with the 1099-C is they just write it off as bad debt. These companies have to balance their books every year. So if you are delinquent, they'll submit that as bad debt to write off as depreciation in a sense to the IRS, and then they get reimbursed for your delinquent debt and they write it off, or they'll go and buy like portfolios to add to their bottom line to increase their numbers so they pay less on taxes. That's what they do. Bad debt, if you look up a word called commodified debt instrument, that is what they're using, and that's what they sell. That's how your accounts get into collection agencies. It's a commodified debt instrument. Anybody could buy it through an assignment of debt. They reassign the debt. You could buy your own debt if you knew where it was at. You can go to sites like Debt Portfolio. You can go, there's lawyers that sell debt. Just type in on Google, buy debt, buy credit card debt, buy automobile debt, buy bank debt. And you'll find portfolios for $3,000 worth $2 million. You can turn, those are zombie debt files. You can turn that in and reconvert that and have that report on your credit report if you are in cahoots with somebody that does Metro 2 reporting, because you have to be a collection agency to be able to do that. So there's tons of ways to add and discharge. I would have to talk to you on an individual basis to understand it, but I hope a little bit of that information helped you out. I'll mute out.
All right. Chief, you want to throw some more info in from what you got?
Yeah, I think I seen one comment drop that had a question in regards to pre-foreclosure property. Any property that is left abandoned within the states where adverse possession is considered to be legal is open to be possessed. So with that being said, yes, if it's a pre-foreclosure property, you can go and take possession of it. You can file the deed and hold possession of it. Once you get possession of the property, you have to keep possession of the property, because in a lot of these states, you have to hold the actual property for 7 to 20 years in order to obtain a color deed. A color deed is the deed that you would need in order to sell the property. But with the majority of property that I attain, I either I get it and I hold it and I utilize it for my personal purposes. I repairing it and doing maintenance on the property is one of the things that befit you as an owner. So you definitely would like to do that and keep everything that you've done to the property documented, because that proves as a sign of ownership. But any of the properties are open. Any property that is abandoned, commercial or residential, is subject to adverse possession.
I'm gonna answer this other question too, James. Hip Hop Lit has Elliott discharge student loans. I've gotten them deleted. Actually, one of my testimonial clients, Tori Hicks, who I'm going to be bringing on, real strong sister. I got her $15,000 because they deleted her student loans off from a letter that she had someone else sent, but then they reinstated it. So then we went to court and we got her $15,000 off of all three bureaus, and I'm gonna bring her on as a testimonial. So it's not that you're discharged. Like, you could discharge it. Say you were in the military, right? If you're at 100%, all of your student loans are automatically discharged. So when you say discharge, it's like a broad term, because basically if you're not military, then it's just going to be a regular deletion. So you just dispute it like you would a credit card or a bank loan. So if it comes off, then it comes off. But if they put it back on, that's the key. So just a nugget here is what I want everybody to start doing. If you don't have this, I want you to go create a Credit Karma, right? I say once a month, just log in there. Because when you come to my channel, I'm going to show you this. But what's so powerful about them is they create an archive for you. They keep your credit reports for about 7 years, right? So every month that you check it, you now have a record log of that credit report. So let's say they reinsert it 2 years from now. Okay, well, you could go back to when it was on and it was off. Bingo, you got a case. It's over for them. They violate, we annihilate, period, point blank. This is military right here. We're moving with precision, but we have to make sure that they mess up. When they mess up, we cutting their head off, period. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they do. This is not, when they poisoning your food and they killing you and they messing up your credit in your life and breaking up your family and doing injustice, and you make good points, man, no mercy on these people. They have no mercy on you. None. It doesn't matter your color or anything. You have to have that same mindset. What James talks about, what I'm talking about, what the other brothers talking about, it's mindset. It's mindset, guys. We're too scary out here. We want to hurt each other, but we don't want to fight the real enemy. We know who the devil is, but we run to the devil, but then we say everybody else the devil. It makes no sense to me. You get what I'm saying? At what point are you going to just stand up to the devil? When are you going to stand up to the Baphomet? When are you going to stand up to all of the stuff that you're researching and you're seeing? It starts with you. I'm just one man. James is one man. The other brother's just one man. But together, we're stronger. And that's the point. But until we get like-minded and on one accord, then we're always going to be divided. And that's how they can conquer us. But see, a people together, they have to break that up. They have to send agents. I want y'all to also research something else that they do. Type in the word troll farms. This is something that they're launching and that they've launched. Facebook started it, but now they're all doing it. Troll farms are a real thing. They are purposely sending people just to troll you, just to confuse you, just to spread propaganda. This is what we're going through. We didn't make this up. We just people working hard. We going from job to job, working 2 years, and then we don't like these people. Then we go get another job. And we're the ones that's building the roads, building the bridges, doing the nursing, all of this crazy stuff, man. And what's the benefit? What are we getting from it? When they mess with us, they still make it seem like we're not telling the truth. Enough of that, people. The power is with us. It's never left us. It's always been with us. We just got to invoke it. So what do y'all want to do? What do y'all want to do? If you want a consultation, book one with James. If you want one with me and you really want to do this, don't waste any of our time. Know your questions. Know what you want. Know your plan of attack. This is war. This is war, and they started it. And we got to be the ones to finish it. And this isn't preach talk. This is just what it is, man. I see it. I'm in the field. I'm doing this. And I'm by myself. So I need help. I want to help. But where y'all at? Where y'all at? Are you just listening or are you a doer? You tell me.
So we got a number of
free.
Sorry, brother. So we got a number of people. They want you guys to throw out your info on how to contact from both of you guys. They know how to find me already. You know what I mean? But put out your websites, your emails, all that stuff again. Go ahead, Elliot, and then we'll jump down to Chief. So put it out there again. People got some questions. So break it down.
My website, businesscreditbuilderelite.com. Businesscreditbuilderelite.com. And you can reach me currently, temporarily, at my email, which is Elliott, ELIOTT Williamson @yahoo.com. That's going to be switching very soon, but you can reach me there now, and I'll give you the new email address soon, because we're going to be launching next week. So everything's going to be here. So I hope that helps.
You said Business Credit Elite, right?
Business Credit Builder.
Oh, Builder. All right.
Yes, Business Credit Builder Elite. Yes, sir.
I can be contacted at Southern Indigenous Coalition at gmail.com. Like I said, I'll be working on the website soon. That'll make it easier for y'all to contact me and book consultations and things of that nature. But as of for right now, you can contact me at My ministry email, Southern Indigenous Coalition @gmail.com.
Also, one more thing. In the subject line, when you contact me, please put Badwolf so I know and I can credit James. Please put Badwolf in the subject line and whatever else you want in that. So that way I know and I can star everything and keep a log of that. Please. Thank you.
Same here. Please put Badwolf. Make sure we give our recognition to our brother. Thank you so much, brother.
Definitely. Yeah, you guys can feel free to hang out. You can talk some more. You can just, chill, field some questions. It's up to you guys. If you got to run, you can run. I know this ain't the main drop down. I know we're each individually gonna do probably like another live or something where you guys can go in more detail, or we can set up things in the future. But we'll deal with that in the back half. So come and go as you please. Otherwise, I do want to send a shout out to one of my long-term friends who finally caught one of my lives, Cal. My buddy Elo Cal out there. Appreciate you, crazy brother. Thanks for watching. And anybody else who knows me from back in the day, appreciate you guys for helping the Wolf get to this point in time. It means a lot. But yeah, so if you guys got some questions, feel free to throw it at the brothers. If you guys see a question, jump on it and answer it as you see fit. Just go ahead. You guys can go back and forth. If I see something for me, I'll jump on it too.
All right. Divalam. Okay, you said you have student loans removed and they still are on your account. So that's the example of what I was saying. If you have proof where they were on and off, man, call me, bro. Call me. I'll take your case on contingency, meaning like you don't have to pay me up front. We'll settle it on the settlement because that's a slam dunk. Period. Point blank. They dead to the wrong. And then you can see the power of catching them with one mistake, y'all. This is why y'all got to start getting in the habit of suing. That's why you see these major corporations, they sue each other. They don't fight. Rich people sue and they get richer. And poor people just stay poor because they try to do credit reporting. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yes,
you know what I'm saying? You got to do what they do. It ain't the rich person that want to start a fight in the club. It's the hater. You get what I'm saying? So he want to snatch your chain or whatever. You get what I'm saying? The rich man don't want no drama because he got too much to lose. But see, when we think poor, we remain poor. But when you think rich, even though you are poor, you become rich because your mindset separates you from the poor state that you may be in. Because you can't just visually look at your life and say, I'm going to always be like this in life. You got to see beyond that, see in another dimension of success, though you're not there. But you also got to fight for it. Put your Nikes on. Just do it. You wear them all day. You spending all this money on them, but you don't do nothing in them. So again, like I told you, and I'm going to challenge y'all on my channel. What do you want to do? What do you want to learn? What do you want to know? And then what you going to do with it when you know it? I mean, anybody can answer a question. 1 + 1 is 2. Okay, how does that help you? You have to have that answer. You understand, people? So I hope that helps because y'all getting me hype. I love y'all. Y'all hype. I'm hype. Because y'all need this. And to be able to show y'all and teach y'all something, I can't wait to show y'all the receipts. I can't wait to show y'all the checks. It's not the brag, it's psychological. Our people need to see something because a lot of times we following stuff and we ain't even asking for receipts. What purchase do you make in this world and you don't get a receipt? You go to Walmart, you walking out receipts. You go into Dillard, Sears, JC Penney's, any of these stores, you getting receipts. Macy's, all of them. You understand? We got to start thinking better, moving more militant, because that's how they moving against you. They study you. You go and swipe your debit card today. Oh, you had a fraudulent charge. Well, why was it fraudulent? Oh, because you spent $130, but you usually spend $100. They got you down to the T like that, man. So if they're spending all of this time studying your DNA, studying your blood, blocking you, what are you doing to combat that? Not a doggone thing. And that's the problem. We ain't planting our own gardens. We ain't growing our own foods. We're not educating ourselves. We're not exercising. We're just putting any food in there. We're not taking proper supplements for our sight. We're not doing CMOS. We're not doing things to live. And that's the problem. And then we blame the job saying that we're too busy, but you can't put a price tag on health. I don't care how busy you are. These things are important. See, I can teach you credit. I can give you a software and a tool, but your mind, body, and soul got to be right. All your chakras got to be hidden because that's what it takes, man. Mm-hmm. It takes that. This is boot camp. If your chakra's off, then you off.
Mhm.
Period, y'all. We got to get this together, man. I wrote a quote because I write too. See, we have a beautiful mind, but our thinking is ugly. And we got to change that. We got to become more like sponges. Soak in the water of knowledge and soak in it. Bathe in it. Let it squeeze out because you hold so much of it. It just keeps coming out and coming out and coming out. And keep putting more. Absorb and do something with it, y'all. Sorry, man. I get spirited, man. This. I love this, man. This is what I'm.
Got you, brother. Hey, Chief, we got
Yes,
some people
sir.
asking me to put your contact info up. So it's Southern. Give it to me again.
It's Southern Indigenous Coalition at gmail.com.
All right. Indigenous. I don't want to mess up indigenous. Southern, regular, INDI.
G.
E.
S. It's INDIGENOUS.
Okay, Southern Indigenous.
Coalition. COALITION.
Okay, at you said Yahoo?
It's at
Or
gmail.com.
Gmail. My bad.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm about to pop that right now.
I seen one question.
Yeah, get
One person asked, how would they attain the deed? There are various deeds that you can apply for once you go down to the county, or either you can go on the county tax assessor site and e-file versus going in person. I would recommend going in person. Every deed that I filed, I went down there and I did in person. And in the state of Georgia, it's $25 to file a deed. So I usually use a quick claim deed, and from there, the rest of the information can be reached via booking a consultation or contacting me via my email.
All right. Cool. So okay, MD says they won't tell you about the 1099A if you call the IRS. Well, they should have an informational sheet on there, an instruction form. They always have to. Anything that they provide, whatever agency is providing you with a file or whatever else, they have the duty to tell you what the file does. They don't have to tell you where you can use it. You may have to figure out where to apply it, but they have to tell you. And if that agent tells you they're not telling you, call back and talk to their manager. Get somebody above them. Tell them you want to speak to them in their private capacity. Ask them about this file. Ask them to give you the info file. There always has to be an info sheet. All right. And if they won't, then you get their name and their agent number, rep number. And then you go about your business doing whatever you were going to do. And you put that agent and ref and the name and agent number on that form. That way, if they ever try to say, well, this is not how it's done, then you can say, well, this is how so-and-so told me to do it. Or this particular person wouldn't answer my questions on it. And so I come to you with clean hands. And this is how I thought it was supposed to be done, but they wouldn't help me with it. You got to start using them against themselves. Just like my man just said, these companies don't stand outside and fight. They don't, you don't hear so-and-so company talking about they got the whole city on lock. They're here to get money. And when they start fighting, they go to the court and they sue. And somebody gonna win. And they make money, and then they keep stepping. And here's a gem. Here's a gem. So I won't tell you what smelly Wargo place that I was talking to today, but I'll just say this. It happened to come to my attention that said company, all right, is currently not licensed in the state in which they're doing business. Now, educational information only, but I don't know if the Secretary of State and the Attorney General find out, and the IRS find out, and a couple other agencies find out that all of these, we'll just call them banks or whatever, BANK or BANKZ, call them banks. If these banks aren't licensed, they got some fees to pay. Their whole operation can be shut down right now because you're not registered to do business, which means somebody ain't getting paid right, which means you don't have the authority to license to do what you're doing. Now, I'm just saying hypothetically, if I was some of y'all and y'all dealing with some of these agencies and y'all were to go to your Secretary of State or whoever controls what to find out whoever's running the businesses in your state, everybody's got to have a license to do their business if they're a corporation on the public side. So see if they're even licensed to do it. Because guess what? That means that they're not supposed to be doing what they're doing to you. This is how they play. They mess with legalities. People are like, oh, that doesn't really mean anything. That means everything. That means that every bank, whatever, right now should be shut down because they are not licensed. They are not licensed. What do they do to you? Wait, what? What do they do to you when you're not licensed and you're driving? Not traveling, because that's private. Driving. Go ahead and find an officer and tell him you're not licensed to drive, but your plates and everything are suspended and expired, and you're a driver, meaning a 14th Amendment U.S. citizen operating as a federalized state employee within their jurisdiction. What do you think is going to happen? They're about to bust you down. Tickets, fines, everything. Might tow you, all that across the board. Money, 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 money. Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day, is making that pay. All right? So why are we not moving the same way? That's why I tell you guys, about the stocks and the crypto and the whatever else that's coming. That's how I'm moving. You know what I mean? I'm trying to move like them. In order to beat them, you got to become one of them. You got to think like them. You got to know thy enemy. First, you got to know thyself. Like my man was just talking about, I can name 5 supplements right now. I got probably about 180. People come to my house like, damn, son, are you an old man? Like, nope, but I'm trying not to look like one or be one either. Yep, CoQ10. I know exactly what that does to the body. Can you say the same? That one I can't see. I might need some of that too. Or I might need some of my cataract medicine.
It's called Tricotube. A lot of our people suffer from bloating and overeating. This is a brand. It's by Himalaya.
Okay.
They've been around since 1930. It's very organic. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Straight root. Ain't nothing else but the root. That's it. You can't get no pure than that. That's the root. That's it. There ain't nothing, no feel. That's straight the bark, the tree, the actual plant of it. It's Ayurvedic. A lot of Ayurvedic medicine can heal our people. I mean, we're sitting up here suffering.
Remember, everything mentioned here is education, entertainment. Do your own research first.
Yes, sir.
This is not consent or provide any advice. This is just our personal experiences.
Yeah.
Go on, my brother. Thank you, Michelle, for the $20.
This right here, if you got problem with eyesight, I encourage everybody to take this. You can get this at Organic in India. It's called Trifila. You can get it in a powder form and start taking it. It's a gooseberry fruit that comes from India. Just research on it. It strengthens your eyesight. It helps with digestion and aids with absorption, so you can actually get the proteins and minerals in your body. But I wanted to touch on something that you said, because you said some great things about the license. Everybody needs to write this down, especially if you're dealing with credit issues, because a lot of these credit or collection agencies, they're not licensed in your state. So you need to go to the Office of Regulation. Everybody type that, Office of Regulation, and you can look up their license, put in their name and everything. Matter of fact, read the law that states that every collection agency needs to be licensed in your state. Now, there's 2 ways that because they always got loopholes, and they always jump in them loopholes because they be in the gray. We're going to be in the gray too, but we're going to be on their behind, period. So what happens is 2 ways. They're either going to collect in your state without a license, or they're going to use a third party who's licensed in your state, and they'll operate under that, meaning that third party company will do collections for them. So that's why you will get a call, but it's from a person that you don't even owe, and then you're freaking out. You're like, well, how do I owe these people? I never did business with you. They're just representing the other person. They're the middleman for them. So that's how they get around those loopholes without having to be states or be licensed in that state. But some of them are just outright crooked. So they just don't have a license. So if you catch them with their pants down, now you got them on unfair business trade practices act violations. And the Office of Regulation will work for you because you can file a complaint with them and they will work for you. And you could tear them up. I mean, that's FCRA, FDCPA violations all day long. But see, they're not telling us this stuff. So also, some of y'all are getting freaked out about getting letters and having to go to court, right? Check the statutes of limitations for your state. Here's another note, homework assignment. What are the statutes of limitations on debt? And then just put in your state. What is the limit? What is the statute of limitations for debt in Florida, in Chicago, in Minnesota, in California? It's interchangeable. Read, people. We got to start reading because the smarter you are by knowing just these little details, it allows you to not put up with their ish. It allows you to stand up. You have a different position. Now you're standing on your square. See, James is teaching you UCC, but he's also teaching you to invoke the power of it. And some of your power is honestly, and he'll even admit this, some of your power is just in your natural God-given right. You're just not doing nothing with it. You were born free. Like he said it in the beginning of the podcast. It's in your mind. It's how you think and how you move. So, example, like I told y'all in the first time I came on, you want to move private. Here's another nugget I'm gonna drop for y'all. Start setting up your businesses with iPostal. And I'm gonna give y'all a nugget on how to use iPostal, right? When you set up your corporation, guess what? You can set up your corporation with a home address. iPostal is perfect for that. Now you can go to iPostal, get a $10 home address set in your state. So you can get all of your mail there. They don't know where the hell you live. All of that reports to your credit report. See, when you start filling out these applications, what you put on the application is what they report. Don't believe me? Go apply for credit right now. You go apply. You put your name, you put any address on there with your name and your social, that's going to be on your credit report in 30 days when that card reports to the credit bureaus, because that's what you told them. So you got to stop telling on yourself. You lead them where you want them to go. You got to, I mean, I'm not telling you not to be an honest John, but dude, you're dealing with the devil. You're dealing with the devil. You're dealing with a natural born liar, deceiver. Like the Bible says, and I'm not trying to preach, but you got to be wise as a serpent. You're dealing with a serpent. You got to slither too. You understand? You got to transform. You got to metamorphosis. You got to be an X-Men out here. You better be whatever you need to be. You understand? Because they're going to be whatever they need to be, and they're going to change the laws on you to beat you in any kind of way that they can because they don't care about you. You're a number. Don't believe me? Look, how many of y'all worked on jobs and they just sold it or closed the building down? Guess what you got to do? You got to look for a new job. You think they care about your family? You think they care about the mouths you got to feed? They don't care. They don't care that your car's going to get repossessed. You're barely making it. Hey, do your job or we're going to write you up. You get what I'm saying? It's rigged. It's rigged. But you got to fix it in your favor, in your way, in your direction, man. What are we doing out here? And coming together on platforms like this and not bogarting information, giving it, helping you. We got to stop this crap. I know we love to eat them, but we love to be them too. And we got to stop. We got to stop. We need to build a bridge out the pot and everybody come out of that because it's hot. And we all done been boiled and cooked in that bad boy with and without seasoning. You understand? This is serious right now, man. This is serious. You're going to be walking down the sidewalk with robots. These people are building killer drones, killer bots, killer everything. Look at DARPA. Go to DARPA and look at the plane that they got with a laser beam on it, straight out of Star Wars. Go research this stuff. This is not a game, y'all. This is serious. And the only way we can get back is through credit and education, public and private. You got duality. Dwell in both, not just one, because we live a lot of our life in singularity. And that's just not the right way. And I don't want to see y'all working your whole life to get the AARP age, and then you can't even enjoy life because you ain't took care of your health. Your ankle swollen. Get you some diuretic pills and get the water out your body. Do something, man. If you need help, reach out to people that want to do it. And also too, don't be afraid to cut people off, man. You gotta cut friends off. You gotta cut bad energy off. It ain't for you. It's holding you down. It's called dead weight. You can't take everybody with you to every level with you. There's new people for you at those levels. You got to be open-minded in every aspect of your life, but be wise.
This is what those are the people that I call frenemies. I've been using that word for years, bro. Frenemies. They start off like friends, but they really your enemies. They're hiding behind that friend for real type title. Why? Because they ain't trying to help you.
Weather friends too. They only come up when the weather good, but when the storm there, they ain't there for you. Can't even get $20 on them.
They'll ride with you only to dry you out. You know, take what you got. Try to get your girl. Try to get your guy. Whatever else. Like if you can't talk business or faith or ideas or dreams or deep meanings, thoughts, whatever, then you just kicking it with somebody. You know what I mean? And not everybody's on your level, you know, and I look back now and I can say that I spent a lot of time doing a lot where I could have been 20 miles ahead from where I'm at even right now if I would have focused more time on me and mine than trying to be cool at the bar, cool at the club, buying everybody drinks and this and that and hooking people up and whatever. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't have a social life, but and you know what? I'll put his business out there. One of the biggest people that was an example of that was my dad, because that's all he did. But at the same time, he also worked a lot. So he cut out the family part and just worked and partied. I mean, so he was an old man still working, about ready to retire. And then instead of doing what was right, taking care of his family with the money, he gave it to a chick. All my inheritance, all that, gave to this chick, and she blew it all off in 2 years. And I'm talking about, I never even got to see this man, but probably less than 20 times my entire life. You know, and that's on him. Because even as a grown man, I went to go see him. And he was like, "Oh, I'm busy," and I would give him his mail. You know what I mean? And he blew it all off. So what do you have to show for it? Nothing. And his legacy, nothing. These people move with legacies. They have old money. This one Asian girl came to me. She's like, "Wolf." She's like, "Somebody called me new money." And she didn't understand what that meant. And I said, "Oh, that's because you just got into being wealthy. Now, if they call you young money, that means that you young with it and you about to blow it. Okay, you young money. You just got a little something you flashing around. You finna blow it. New money means you didn't came into it and you here, but you're not established. But we can't get into that because you know what a lot of these cats do? Might sound a little morbid, but mama get old. They take out a life insurance policy on her. Hate to say it like that, but this is business. This is how they roll. I grew up with people like this. Dad gets old, put a life insurance policy on him. Drop that extra $200 or $300 a month and get a little something on him. Term or life, whatever it is, get it. Then when they go, guess what? Bam, $500,000. Bam, $1 million. Bam, $2 million. Get a house. Okay? Get a duplex. I've only always owned duplexes. What I'm in right now. Why? Because then you have your tenant pay most of the bills. Then you can pull out all the equity in it and start the payments over and have your tenant once again pay the bills for that. Now when I cash out, I got $250,000 sitting there. You know what I mean? And I still own the property, and somebody else is still paying my stuff. But now I can rent out the upper and the lower. This is how they move. It's a chess game. But see, I get what a lot of people out there. I get how you're feeling. I get how you're thinking. It's because we've never been taught any of this. We've been groomed by, if you want to say, the creepy uncle to not know any of this. But that's where we're making a difference now, is we're giving you the pieces so that you can know, but you got to learn, you got to start researching. Yeah, sure, you ain't got the money for this, that, or the other, but I got an echo. Here, let me move the mic a little bit. Sorry about that. Let me turn it down a little bit.
Hey James, tell them the name of the life insurance policy too. Some of the people were asking that in the comments.
Of of
You were saying the life insurance
term
policy.
term or whole life.
Yeah, it's actually called IUL. It's called Index Universal Life Insurance Policy, IUL. It's very powerful, like what you were saying. I agree with you. That is IUL. I was
Okay.
gonna send a link from Progressive Insurance where people could kind of read about it
Yeah.
because, like you said, that's bro, that's very important for people to
I
know.
mean,
That's
wasn't that you, Elliot, were telling me, or was it somebody else about how they get a life insurance and then you draw against it?
that's the Index Universal Life Insurance. Like
Okay.
basically what it is it's a permanent policy, meaning it lasts your entire life and it builds cash value.
There you
And
go.
that's what J.C. Penney's, Walt Disney, a lot of these big banks. That's what they did. If you read the story on J.C. Penney's and Sears, they use their IUL to prevent from going out of bankruptcy. Now, also another method of what they do is they'll take that life insurance policy. What the elite do, they take that life insurance policy and that's what they leave as a trust fund to their babies and their kids because that account always accumulates. And when you put it and pair it with a trust account, it's extremely powerful. So that's why they have generational wealth over and over, or legacy wealth. So they're using life insurance policies and then they're just putting their assets in different corps. So like what I teach people is do umbrella corps. So for example, so my corporate structure would be Williamson Holdings, for example, right? Williamson Holdings. That's my holding company. That's going to my family. That's my main trust. Everything under that is LLCs and corporations, all under that umbrella. But they all report to my trust, but they're all individual. So if I wanted to bankrupt, Corporation One, I could bankrupt Corporation One and move all of my assets to Corporation Two before I bankrupt Corporation One. And there's nothing they can do to me because Corporation One doesn't own anything. And then if you really do it smart, if you take your credit and build out all five of those corporations, you just go from corp to corp to corp. They're already pre-made and ready because you did all of that before you bankrupt or dissolve a corporation. I mean, you just create them over and over and over again. They're like a child, it's like having another baby, but you want to build it out because it's nude. Just like when you're 18, your personal credit is new. There's nothing on it. You're bare. So you have to put accounts on it. And that's all it is. That's really all it is. And then you're hiding that and protecting yourself through those trusts and under those insurance policies. I actually have a girl out of Vegas. Her name is Dawn. That's all she does. And she does it for the Black community. I can put you in contact with her, have her come on and do a presentation and give a thorough education because that's all she does. That's all she deals with is IULs. And I put a link in there where people can go and read about it because we don't know. But these other people know this stuff and they're just not sharing it with us. But we can't be mad at them because it's our responsibility to learn. It's our responsibility to get wisdom, and with all that wisdom, get understanding. And right now we lacking. And it's a lot of reasons, but our vibration and chakras is off, man. And we got to get that energy alignment right. And that's going to be through knowledge and through togetherness, building a team, building an empire here, man. A like-minded people, no coons. No coons at noon. It's hard to spot them. It's got to be real people, real results, doing real things because, man, we so strong. And that's another thing, too, is people understand this, too. If you really want to see the power of credit and all of this stuff, build you a team of 2 or 3, and all of y'all walk into a bank together. You're stronger in numbers. Yeah, you're good by yourself. You could touch 100,000, but with 3 people, you're touching 500,000, a million. If you're doing it properly, walk in as a group. Just when Jewish people go to a bank, they going 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 deep, and they get millions. Imagine that. Just think about what I'm saying. If 5 people walked in a bank with 100,000, that's 500,000. That means that a minimum, as soon as we sit down, they got to give us at least 500,000 in credit. Now, what are we asking for? It's 5 of us and we make 100,000. That means we each are doing 10 grand a month, easy, a piece. So that means we can afford at least 1.5, 1.8, maybe 2 million. Now we take that credit. If it's 1.8, 1.5, divide that amongst all 5 of us. Then we take that and then we go and buy outright with the bank's credit property, real estate, apartments, commercial properties. We own them outright. So now Now those are collateral assets. And all you did is use OPM and flip it. So now you could take any one of those asset properties, throw them in a trust because you own them, put a renter in them. It's all profit back to you, or collateralize them for the bank and just get specific credit through a HELOC just on that property, or just take money and then go buy a business. You know, I'll share with y'all an acquisition site where you can go and buy tiny acquisitions that are doing 1,000, 2,000 a month, own them outright, 25, 30,000, and you just grow it. It's pretty much done for you with VAs and all of that different types of stuff I'm going to show y'all. But I mean, we got to start thinking bigger, because if you just keep going to work every day, you're going to look up and you're going to be great, and you're going to be wrinkled, and you're going to be like, man, I wasted away in this building. I watched everybody in this building get old. Literally, that's what's going on right now, y'all. So we, like what the brother's talking about, we got to institute like life insurance policies. We have to protect ourselves. Cover your six. Cover it front and back. That's what that means. Sorry, James.
No, you good, brother. You good. That's one of the things that people like about when you're on here is the passion. You know, like even the one brother in the comments was like, it's like, man, he's getting me hype. You know what I mean? But yeah, jump in, Chief, if you want to throw something in on what he was saying, or your own, or whatever.
I'm sitting here listening to Elliot. Elliot got me hyped too. I'm like, that's right. That is right. Everything he's saying is completely true. You have to be in proper alignment and open to stand on this information that we're sharing and ready to live that. Like, all the information that we're sharing is knowledge. It's power. So in order to actually stand on that knowledge and power, you have to utilize it. So, but
yeah, there's lots of things out. See, it's a war, if you will, and it is many levels, and it's not gonna. We've been in it a long time, but we don't know all the rules, and it's on many levels. The main thing is it starts with the mind, the physical, and the spiritual. And you have to learn that, how should I say, it's a full frontal assault. Okay. They're coming at you with everything they got, but so slow, so smooth, so seductive, so in your face. Everything from the music you hear every day on the radio. Think about it. When are you hearing any positive music on the radio? I mean, positive, not good, not I can move to it. Positive, something to tell you to educate. Think about science. Think about, the world. Think about nature. Think about yourself. Exercise more on TV. They are not providing. They're providing entertainment because, like Caesar said, Julius Caesar, if you control the people with entertainment, you can control the people. Provide them entertainment and you can control the people. Give them bread and they will forget how to make it for themselves, and you will always control them. Because now you lost a valuable tool. I've got cousins out here talking about they don't know how to make a garden. Like, dig up some lawn. But if you want to go deeper, when I said, what do you have, dirt or soil that you're working with, they didn't even know what the difference was between dirt and soil is. Dirt's that light brown crap that be on the lawns in most houses in the hood. That's dirt. I don't want to grow in it. Why? Because there ain't no nutrients in it. Soil is that nearly black, earthy, usually warm, smoking, nutrient rich. You plant something in soil, and now you've got real food coming out because the ground has nutrients so that the plant can pull it out from the ground and put it into the tomato. And if you get a plant grown in dirt and a tomato plant grown in soil, you're going to taste the difference. And a lot of people are like, oh, that's not a big thing. No. Well, think about it like this. Hypothetically, education, just from my perspective, my thoughts. Bear with me. I'm the madman here. All right. As a farmer, if it's cheap for me to grow all of my materials in dirt instead of putting out proper fertilizer out there to enrich it, I'm just going to get by on the minimum. Now they take it, process it, zap it, all the other stuff, expose it to this. Then it eventually makes it to we'll call it Whack Donald's. All right. And then they cut the tomato and they put it on the burger, and now you eat that tomato. But the tomato doesn't have the nutrient mixture in it. It has the form of a tomato, but it ain't a real, it ain't, the quality is not in it that it should have as a tomato. Now you're eating hollow food. And they do the same thing with the meat, the bread, the whatever, the this or that. They want, now think about it. Why do you think wealthy people are out here paying a lot of money for purified water? Or not tap water, purified water. No whatever in there, the F word. Okay? They don't eat the hamburgers. They go and pay a lot of money for the salads. The real salads. Not Whack Donald salads. Real stuff. Organic. Why? Because they know that the nutrient, mineral, supplement content is in there. So, okay, I know what you're thinking. Well, I can't afford to eat a $20 salad every day. This and that. Okay, that's okay, Mike. I got something for you. You go and get you some organic vitamins. Okay, get you some good vitamins. Get a one a day. All right. And there's differences there. We won't go into all of that now. This is just, and you have one at least once or twice a week. Mm-hmm. But really, you should be having a full complement of a mixture of the proper nutrients and this and that every day. So, but when you're out every day, you got your cell phone. This is giving off radiation. Your body is fighting it. The TV giving off radiation. Your body's fighting it. Your stress. Your body's fighting it. Your partner is stressing you. Your friend, your work is stressing you. You're breathing this air outside with particulates in it from cars and this and that. You're smelling it. You're eating it. You're breathing it. Your body's fighting all these things, and we wonder why we don't feel good, why we're depressed, why we're down. We're not getting enough sun. We're not grounding outside. We're not touching the land anymore. May seem like little things to you, but your body's like, hey, bro, I'm doing my best here, but I could use a little help. And you're just like, I'm just able to get a meal. I'm not saying everybody needs to switch over everything they're doing. I'm just providing you with thought for your soul, trying to enrich you. I'm trying to put the nutrients, the thoughts, and all that. So that is my little piece on that, is that they don't want you, we'll just say this, certain people and companies out there don't want you healthy nor wealthy. And
I want to piggyback on what you just said.
And there's lots of ways to claim wealth and health. And all I'm going to say is this. Now, this is not advice. I'm just going to say one of the two I'll give you two of the top, other than you should have a multivitamin every day. Okay. A nice organic. Go down to that little weird vitamin store that you guys pass by, and you know where you've seen them, and go get a good high antioxidant, full spectrum organic vitamin. Probably cost you about $20 or $30, $35 for a little, container, little bottle. But trust me, that is something that you need. And if you don't want to take them every day, I get it, it's cool, but take at least one every 2 or 3 days. But the two top things, one is potassium. And I'm not even going to go into all the things it does, but I'll give you this. Magnesium is one of the number one things, and it controls, regulates, helps, caters to, repairs, fixes over 300 different things in your body. You can literally right now Google magnesium 300 things that it does, and you will be amazed. I see somebody else commented selenium. Yep, that should also be in there. You won't be able to get every single thing your body needs, but here's the magic thing about your body is that if you give it a good chunk of what you need, it will do the rest. Your body can convert what it needs. It says, well, I got enough of this. I can make that, but it needs what it needs. Okay. So yeah, go ahead, Chief. I'm gonna let you get in there. So you want to piggyback on that one?
Like you were just saying, health is wealth, and a lot of the information that we're sharing, we wouldn't be open to sharing or knowledgeable about if our diet wasn't in the right place, or we weren't taking and instilling the right things into our mind, body, and soul. We wouldn't be able to allow this information to come out. So what you put in is definitely a major factor, and the productivity that you get out of your mind, body, and soul. And my brother Elliot elaborated on one thing that I particularly use, the sea moss. The sea moss contains at least 92 or 102 essential minerals that our body needs. So that eliminates a lot of the things that you would be looking for with various vitamins by consuming the super plant sea moss. So I just wanted to share that information as well. We got to get back into the things that our ancestors and our elders formerly used in order to treat ourselves, in order to empower our mind, body, and soul. The earth provides everything that our body needs in order for us to operate at an optimum level.
See, everything that they want to do, when once you hear this is going to make sense. Okay, for those people who don't know, everything that they do, they want to be able to control, but they can't control the natural. They're not going to tell you about certain nutrients that can. Matter of fact, my guy was just saying this earlier today. He was like, he had his doctor. Went to the hospital with his doctor, and his friend asked the doctor, "Well, doesn't this particular thing do this?" And the doctor would look kind of like this. He's like, "Well, I'm not supposed to say that because I took an oath, but yeah, that's exactly what that can do." He's like, "That's all I can say." So the other guy was like, "I've been paying you all this time. You could have told me all I need to do is take this to do this." He's like, "Yeah, this is what it is." He's like, "We're forbidden from, if it's not within our list, we can't talk about this." So here's the thing, just to bring it all together with that side and the straw man side, is because they can only control the artificial. Everything they want to give you, from food to whatever else. Like right now, everything out there that they can modify, switch, and whatever else is tainted. Like I ate yogurt. I mean, the yogurt, I could taste that it felt like it was a little watered down. It's a little more runnier than usual. They're watering stuff down. Same with milk. I look under the bottom of the yogurt, and they took the indentation that used to be flat, and now it's concave. So just 3 or 4 scoops they took out of the yogurt, okay, which means a whole lot of money saved for them, but then they charge more for it. The bread, the meat, they're throwing additives in there, junk. I'm not going to call. Let me see if I can say this correctly. We'll call this particular company Buzzway, and they happen to make sandwiches. And somebody sent me a link that showed how they were adding in a particular chemical for making gym mats. This particular chemical in gym mats makes it pliable, and they were putting it into their bread. And then I emailed the company on it. They never got back to me. But then months later, there was a lawsuit, and they came out and said, yes, we just found out that was in there. These people are playing with your health. Now, I know that we can't all figure it out. All I'm going to say this is look up what not sucrose is, but look up what sucralose is, and look up how it was created and what it's used for now. It's in a whole bunch of, we'll just say, from my education, drinks. You're thinking sucrose is, and it is sugar, but sucralose is a chemical made thing. Now, here's the problem. That has like 15 different chemicals in it by itself that they don't know what all those things do to you. Now, if you combine that with we'll just say the aluminum in your underarm deodorant, and this and that in your, the word fragrance has like 20 different chemicals in it that you don't know. You know why? Because I know I don't know what's in it, because that's their trademark secret, is fragrance means all this. We know what like red 40 does, and yellow, what is it, 6 or 5, whatever else, blah, blah, blah. But what happens if you mix all of them in your body? Now, certain agencies will say, oh, it's okay. Yeah, that they're saying what they're really saying is that one thing that's bad is not bad in small quantities. But what does that one thing do to you by itself? You can go to their website and look up toxicity of aluminum. Okay. Tiny bits of aluminum by itself, not bad. Lots of it, suddenly, or we can talk, it's not good for you. Or how about fillings? What about your amalgamated fillings? Look what's in there. Ask yourself, why do they have special lined bags and special symbols on there in a special way that has to be removed or thrown away, but they want to put it in your mouth? Now, don't get me wrong, I ain't talking trash. I got some in mind, but it costs a lot. It's a more apt to do procedure to get them out. But once I found that out, I switched over to the all white ones. Not huge, well, I'll say much better all the way around, but still yet has its own things, but not like the other stuff. So you guys have, like, even for like my laundry detergent, I think I use what is it, Just 9. It has 9 basic things in there. Now here, so simple, not complicated, no long words, no whatever, just 9 basic simple things like your water, your baking soda, your this, that. Okay. My toothbrush, toothpaste. I shop with, I think it's Tom's. They've got some of the most natural stuff out there. All right. Sure, it's a little bit more expensive. You're going to pay $1 or so more, but I'm glad to pay it because at the end of the day, you can't take the money with you. And you don't have to do everything overnight. You don't have to make a big, full, super switch over to every single thing that's out there. But do what you can do. All right. So that's all I want to say about that little piece.
Hey, one more. I want to add one more good one to add. Spirulina. Spirulina is really good for you, right? It houses 22 amino acids that your body needs and produces, and it gives you all of that. Yeah, and I would highly suggest you find an organic brand of spirulina. If you're doing weightlifting or anything, it repairs so much in your body. It's like a green food. It's a superfood for your body, and it comes from the earth. I also wanted to touch on a question from earlier. A girl asked about the 501(c) and can you put it in the trust? Yes. A 501(c) is going to go under whatever corporation you create. If you create an LLC, you could turn it into a trust. Any LLC corporation, any S corp, anything that you create or entity you create, it could be turned into a trust. You can have as many as you want. There's no cap on it. You can have, it's unlimited. Like, honestly, the private side, the business side is like credit gone wild, is what I say. Because, I mean, that's the only side of credit that you're going to touch 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, and it goes up. How do you think these equity firms are getting this money to do these deals, these construction buildings that you're living in, these roads? That's coming from credit. So don't be afraid to create corporations. You just got to learn how to build it. That's really all it is. You build it and then you turn it into something. I shared with you guys last time a website called Amiri Lawyers, Ameri Lawyers, Amiri Lawyers. They'll do all of that for you. They're a real attorney law firm. You can go to their website. They have shelf corps on there as well, where they can give you stock options as well. So you can get certificates. So just go read them and contact them. But I hope that answers your question, ma'am. I'm not sure. I would, it says godly beauty or escorts better to create. It just depends. I mean, you, for example, for example, okay, like I got an Amazon business, right? An Amazon store. So we have an LLC. So, for example, let's say you had an S corp. You could convert that S corp into an LLC. So that means that, let's say you made $100,000 that year. You don't want to pay $100,000 on taxes, but you convert that S corp to an LLC. Now you could individualize your earnings. So now out of that 100,000, okay, I only made 15,000, 20,000. That's all I'm gonna say I made for a salary. Now the rest you got to show in write-offs. What are write-offs? I'm going to take trips. I'm going all around the world. So hey, because you got minute meetings, and what a minute meeting is basically it's an annual meeting that you and your business partners have together, where you have like a function. So it could be like, oh yeah, we went to Bermuda, and we had our function there. You just got to have a receipt for it to write that off, to offset that 100,000. Because out of that 100,000, if you give yourself 20,000, you got 80,000 in write-offs. So a good way to do that would be go if you have the right credit, go lease a car. Now you're going to get depreciation on that car for the first 2 years on that lease, and you can depreciate it up to 90,000. So now you got 10,000 that you're only paying taxes on. That's just one way. There's many ways. It's hard to answer a broad question like that, because it depends on what you make. But those are just some tactics that you can do. But me personally, I like LLCs because most people are doing businesses individually. And when you do it individually, it gives you more protection. So they're not going to come at you as much, especially when you have a partner, because you can offset that. So when it's just you and you do something crooked, then they're just going to come to you. But if you can offset that with a partner, now who are they going to come at with? It's just like possession. If you've ever been arrested for possession, well, the definition of possession is you possess something. But if you find something on the ground and you didn't find it on me, then I didn't possess it. So you could beat that case, because the definition of possession is to have on one's person or body. So when you don't possess something, then what can they do? They can't take nothing from you. You got to understand, you could set up 2 LLCs today. You could have one that you just use for funding, and then you could have one that you just put all your assets in. So LLC A buys a house and puts it in LLC B, and nobody knows about it because you never report it, you never tell anybody about it. It completely remains private. They only know what you tell them, guys. It's just like with Bitcoin. If you turn into a Bitcoin millionaire today, right? Why in the heck would you go and tell them that you got $1 million in Bitcoin on your W-9? Just move it to other Bitcoin coins or crypto coins and then exchange it like that. So you're paying lower interest rates, because it's only taxable when you bring it into fiat or turn it into money. If you keep it in Bitcoin, Bitcoin is untaxable. But so they scam you with fear. They coerce you with fear. You can't let fear rule your emotions and rule your decision making. You can move money in any kind of way, all through your corpse, all offshore, in their jurisdiction and out of their jurisdiction. I prefer to be out of their jurisdiction because they don't track you. When I'm in Colombia, they're not tracking me. I'm not being tracked in my banks and my spending habits. Or if I open up a bank account there, I'm not being recorded at every traffic light I go through. They're not that advanced yet. So you can move more private. Like James said, I love what he said earlier. It's all in the mindset, y'all. You're learning it, but some of y'all are just thinking it's just cool information and you're not taking the next step to do something with it. If I can ask all of y'all a question, how have you applied any of the stuff that the brothers taught of what we said? What would you say to me? What would you say? Oh, well, I'm going to get to it later. Oh, I've been reading this, or you heard of this guy, you heard of that. You all over the place, and you ain't got one thing accomplished. See, it's like he said, mind, body, soul. It's important. Another thing that all of y'all should start doing is pick up a martial art. Because if we're going to have to fight robots, some of y'all can't even pick up a brick. So I see it, bro. I'm sorry, man. I ain't trying. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna get off the garden hose and spray it down.
Bro, like you can't even open a jar. Like, I mean, like seriously, like I'm not trying to make it comical, but I'm just saying it's not just UCC, y'all. It's an all around thing, man. It's like everything is total. Like in Spanish, it's todo bien. Todo bien. Everything, man. It's everything, y'all. So
my
man, just open up not only your mind, open up your eyes, open up your ear, like the script say, man. Blessed are your eyes that they see. Many have wanted to see what you see, but have not. Blessed are your ears that they hear. Many have wanted to hear what you hear, but hear not. That's a blessing, man. If you got people that can take you from 1 to 10 here. You need to be linking up with them. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. My man Dustin said he's just gonna call Will Smith.
Why, to slap me?
No, to deal with the robots, bro. He got that.
Yeah. We gonna be in some I Am Legend type stuff, man.
Right. It's gonna be both. We're gonna have to sit back and watch the zombies fight the robots.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's Terminator, man. Terminator salvation. We are the resistance. And that's what we're teaching you to do, is to resist. And what Chief said, I like what he said. We have the power, and a lot of y'all have never felt power, because with power comes authority. And some of y'all have never, they're two different things. You can have authority but lack power. And then you can have authority and power. Now you're powerful. It's two different things. Just like power is not the same as force. Why do you think in Star Wars they say may the force be with you? Not the power. Power is different. Power gives you lights. It gives you electricity. Force is something different. You can't see force, but you feel force. So you be a force. Let them feel you. Like I said, they violate, we annihilate. Period, point blank, and we don't stop attacking. We multiply like gremlins with knowledge, and we keep coming and coming and coming, because that's the only way change is gonna come. And I love what James said too. We got to go back to old school. If we go back to like Frederick Douglass, we go back to James Hamilton, we go back to some of our great leaders and things like that. Them dudes was in law books. Them dudes studied law. Them dudes was filing lawsuits and in court, like board versus education. Some of these landmark cases, they started in the court. And that's where our life and our fight has to start and end, because we can't beat them with technology. We can't beat them weapon for weapon. We don't even got our own military. We got no artillery enough to beat them. They got DNA type weapons, y'all. You understand? The future is here. The stuff that James, Chief, and me is talking about, man, we in the year 2030. We just talking to y'all in 2023. We need y'all to get with it. For real, man. Get with it. Support the mission. Support the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, help James. Help me. Help all of us get it out. I'm not trying to get rich off of y'all. I'm trying to get y'all rich on knowledge. I'm trying to impregnate you with knowledge so you give birth to wisdom, because we lack it right now. And it hurts my eyes to see, because, again, I'm one man. He one man. He one man. We can only do so much. We need more, y'all, man. You know, that's it, man. Sorry, man.
Yeah, no, you good, brother. Chief, what say you, brother?
Hey man, I agree with y'all guys. We got to be properly prepared for what's to come, and the only way to be properly prepared is to gain knowledge and to utilize it. So the ones of us that are powerful, that just like bro brought up, we got to unite and work together, like how we working together right now in order to free ourselves from this so-called matrix. So whatever I can do to assist in that, I'm here. I'm sorry I got to chime out on y'all.
Hey, Chief,
Salutations to my brothers.
Chief, somebody had a question for you. They wanted to know earlier. I didn't get a chance to get it to you, but they said, do you assist with helping them with the process of what you do? Because they were putting it in the chat.
Definitely so. I appreciate you catching that too, brother. But I definitely do assist with the process. Brother dropped my Gmail information earlier. I'll say it again before I depart. It is Southern Indigenous Coalition at gmail.com. That's Southern Indigenous Coalition at gmail.com. I will be sharing information for our website coming out soon. Next time that you're on live or you have a show, I'll be available. My schedule is flexible. So as many opportunities I get to come on here and spread the information, I'll be looking forward to it. And I appreciate you guys.
All right. Appreciate you too, brother. Definitely. We'll talk in the background. Like I said, we're going to start doing some seminars. For those people who have not gone to blacksite32.com yet or haven't been there in a while, we have revamped a lot of the information. There's more files in there. We've got a section called seminars. I'm going to have brothers like Chief and Elliot be in there. So let's just put this to the front. It'll probably be like a 3, 4, 5 hour, maybe even a 6 hour sit down on whatever day we can work out our schedule. But when you go to the seminar tab, it's going to say on this day, for this price, you're going to be able to talk to me, Elliot, Chief, and whoever else we have on different platform on the same thing, but on a different day, we're going to have different speakers. Elliot might come back again. Chief might be in there. I'll always be in it, but we might have other speakers in there. But you'll be able to see what topics they're going to talk about. And then you guys are going to be able to say, oh, I want to sit in on this one and that one. And we're going to figure out the seating. It'll probably be like the first 100 people in there. We'll have access to it. If it gets to the point where we need to, make it bigger, we'll make it bigger. But for right now, it's first come, first serve. We don't have anything set up yet because we're working out when we're going to do it, how often, all that kind of stuff. And then we've got some, back end logistics, but just know that we're going to have that coming up for people who want to learn more about business credit, how to start a business, how to discharge some things, court stuff, all the stuff. We've been giving you videos, but now a lot of people want to ask specific questions, or they're already in something, and we're going to try to field those things and bring it to you. So, Chief, appreciate you, brother. Thanks. I know you said you got to run, and I will definitely have you on. You got the info, so we'll link up again, brother. Oh, hold on. I think it. Oh, so hopefully I didn't cut you off. Oh, you might have jumped. All right, he's not moving. I'm going to assume he's gone.
There you go. I'm out of here, y'all. Appreciate it.
All right, brother. Take care.
Have a good one. You
yeah, I'm gonna reach out to you too, man. I'm interested in what you do as well, and I'm gonna have James give me your number, because I'm gonna text you a robot, or it's a website that'll help you with your website. It's an AI that builds a website. You just type in the keyword of what you want your site to be, and it builds everything for you. The funnel, everything.
I definitely need that information. I appreciate it too, brother.
Got you, bro.
No you can we can either relay it through me, or if before you go, or in the private, you can put it in the private chat. You guys can.
Okay, let me see. Let me see how I go in there, and I can drop my information in there so that Brooke can contact me.
All right.
Matter of fact, let me just share it with everybody, man, so everybody can be blessed, man. This is a really cool website. I'm gonna share it with you. Just send it to the chat. It's called ply.io. I just sent it to you, James, so people can go to it. It makes ads, landing pages in seconds. It's an AI. You just put in basically the keyword. It helps you with advertising, all kinds of stuff, man. These are tools that people are using, and I'm gonna put another one in here for y'all, called the one that builds a website is called durable.co. Durable.co, y'all. I'm sending it to James. I sent it to you in private message. Yeah, you can share those two links, so that can help you guys start advertising, helping you using AI, using what the competition is using. You gotta compete. That's what life is about, y'all. It's about competition. And I'm a rap too, because I'm about to step out too. But just remember that in life, everything that they do has made you a competitor. You compete against your peers. You compete against everybody, other men, other women. That's what life is, man. So when you lose that competitive nature, you lose a lot. You lose a lot of wisdom. And you got to get back to that competitive state. A lot of y'all grew up playing football, baseball, basketball every day, all of the days, all of the time. But what happened to you now in 30 and 40? You lost that drive. But you got to get it back, because the car's still moving. So somebody got to drive it. You understand? So just remember that, y'all. Y'all can ask me anything. Reach out to me. I'm going to get with every email that sent me. I'm going to reach out to y'all on a personal level. Just be professional. Know what you want. Don't waste my time. Also, there's a young lady that asked a question earlier. Will I have a YouTube channel? Yes. Join James' Telegram so we can support James. I'm going to drop that in the Telegram, and I'm going to come back on here, and I'll give you guys that YouTube channel so you guys can support me, because I'm going to be dropping videos like crazy. And I'm going to have a StreamYard and a live in where you guys can call. Hey, also, too, if you got young kids that are 18 years old, 19, get at me. Let me talk to them so they don't get out here in these streets. I didn't have nobody at 18 teaching me about credit. If we can catch our youth young, we can help them now, because I can teach you so much that by the time they 21, 22, they're almost a millionaire, darn near. But we got to get them young before the streets get them, before rap music get them, before they start getting babies and the child support system get them. This game is rigged, y'all. You get what I'm saying? And it's not in our favor. You get what I'm saying? And I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable either with information, because my information is for all people, but especially my people, because we all need it. But my people especially need it too, because we wore out. And anything I can do to help y'all, man, stand again, I'll be that crutch. But y'all got to be serious, man. This is not for the faint of heart. This ain't for people that want to play games and don't want to learn nothing, okay? So I just wanted to say that, man. I'm about to get out of here too, James. Man, I got much love for you, bro. I'm gonna personally send you a donation, bro, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, man. Like serious. Me and you talk personally, man. So
Yeah.
thank you, bro. Thank you, man. I
People here,
appreciate
they
your
want to
faith
know
and your
about the
courage
bottle
too, man.
that you had. Whatever you had showed, they want to know. They want to see them again.
Spirulina, Spirulina. There's a I use bulk supplements for a lot of my supplements because they don't have anything else in it but that. So they have some great. I use them for my bodybuilding and everything when I'm in the gym. They have beta adenine. They have a whole lot of good stuff. You just go on their website and you're not gonna pay ridiculous prices. It's like if I got spirulina, that's the only ingredient on the back. I try to go to places like that. That's the only ingredient. Another young lady asked about the supplements earlier, what company I use. I use two companies. Well, I use three, but these are my top three. This one was Himalaya. They've been around since 1930. Himalaya. And then I also use a company for my vitamin E and other products called Solgar. They've been around since, damn, I can't get it straight. They've been around. I know y'all probably can't see it that good. They're called Solgar. They've been around since 1947. So I use companies like that got real deal vegan caps, real deal stuff that ain't gonna give you headaches and put poison in your body. Their stuff is researched and tested. So it's you're actually getting what you're paying for, not some of the stuff you order on Amazon, which you could order them off of Amazon. But we got to start, man. We got to start attacking everything. All of this stuff can be cured, and including your mind, your body, and your soul. And that's where we got to start, y'all. I mean, I'm so serious, man. Y'all don't understand how much love Badwolf has for y'all, how much love I have for y'all. Because, man, we all people. We can say that we different all day because you drive a Lamborghini, you on TV, you got a house around your neck. But, man, you got to get clothed. You got to brush your teeth. You got to shower just like me. We more similar than we ever are indifferent. The media makes us indifferent. Wealth makes us indifferent. But at the end of the day, man, we all need prayer. We all need hope. We all need encouragement. We all need guidance, man. And I don't care who you are. That don't change. Celebrities need just as much help as we do.
Yeah.
So we ain't nobody better than nobody. Nobody. You get what I'm saying?
They definitely want to divide the masses into little boxes because that's what they do. Little prisons to control the mind and the masses. So the Telegram group for me is Badwolf Unincorporated. Okay, it's 2 words: Badwolf space unincorporated. And I see Crazy Squirrel had a question out here. Yeah, no, I don't have all of the files. Nobody has all of the files. Nobody has all of the processes. So I bring you guys the people who have the pieces I don't have. You know, very seldom do I have people on here who have the same thing I have because that's redundant. I bring on people who have what I don't have or different knowledge that I don't have an expertise on, though I might be, versed with. But before you go, Elliot, and I know you did this before, but I got like at least 8 questions where people want your email. So break them off with the email, and then break them off with the site, and of course, if you guys go through any of the boys, mention me so that they know at least which direction you came from, and they'll take care of you from there. But Elliot, the floor is yours, and I'll let you do what you do, brother. I mean, I'm gonna stay on for probably another 20 minutes, just kind of wrapping things up, answering a couple last questions, and then I'll call it for myself as well. But floor is yours, brother.
Wolfgang's mama. Yes, I agree with you. Our people need optimal structure origination. That's why next Monday when I come on, I'm going to be doing a demo with James. I'm going to basically do a webinar for y'all. Teach y'all a little bit about business credit, but I'm going to demo the software that I have. This software is going to help us to be structured. It's going to help you. It takes you from, and James has seen it, it's fire. It takes you from starting your EIN, connecting your business address, every step of the way. There is not one stone that will not be unturned because that is the best way for us to learn. ABC 1, 2, 3, period, point blank. You can't go to the next step until you've done that step. Also, when we get into the tiers, it's going to have every account that you can apply for. It's going to even tell you how long your business needs to be in business before you even go to them, so you don't even waste time. And it's going to tell you what bureaus they report to, which I'm going to touch in. I'm going to teach all about IntelliScore. I'm going to teach all about SBFE. I'm going to teach all about what these are. We need to understand where our information and data is going and how they report it. Who are the culprits? Who are the people that you need to be attacking, and who is responsible when you go to banks and pulling your information? That's important. Like James said earlier, we have to think like them. It's mandatory that we think like them. You want to get credit, but yet you don't think like a lender. Put yourself in the mindset. If two people walked in front of you with a 700 and an 800 credit score, or a 600 and an 800, who you going to lend to? You're going to lend to the 800. Why? Because the 600 probably got some issues and some problems. Okay, so don't think that you're going to get paid and you got a $500 credit score. You get what I'm saying? So you got to think how they are. Would you lend to you? No. So why would they? But when you get in position to where they would lend to you, now you're doing something. Now you can make moves. Now you're playing chess. You know what I mean? So I'm going to teach all that. I'm also going to provide the tool. I'm going to be real with y'all. It's not cheap. You know what I'm saying? But it's everything that you need in one place. So you don't got to bounce from here to there. You know everything that you need. And I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to give y'all some stuff for free. There's going to be some free trade lines in there that y'all can look at that y'all have never heard of. I'm going to show y'all the back office. I'm going to show y'all what y'all are going to get. I told y'all I was going to do that, and I'm going to stand on that because we need help. And I'm going to try to do my best to provide it and answer your questions and guide you properly, guys. My email address, Elliott, ELIOTT Williamson @yahoo.com. And the website, if you want to book a demo before next Monday, businesscreditbuilderelite.com. If you're going for a demo, please put Badwolf in the subject line so I know that you came from James, please. So that, because I want to make sure James gets credit for everything, because without this brother's platform, you guys wouldn't be hearing me right now. So I'm thankful that he had the courage to come out and do that, and I'm gonna follow in your footsteps, bro. So I'm coming with the channel. All of that's coming next week, guys. I promise y'all. And I'm gonna have multiple channels as well too, because I'm gonna also have a travel channel educating y'all on history of these people, so you can see our people in these places. You can hear the struggle of what they did. You can see things that they never taught you in history, because some of us don't have passports. Some of us aren't traveling and just living life. You saving all of this money, but you can't take it with you when you die. You know, don't value money so much. Value what you can do with it and how you can help people with it, because money is paper. You can rip it up. I don't value that crap, because it's not value.
Fiat.
It's fiat. It's just paper. It's what you do with the paper. It's the legacy that you leave. Nobody should die without making a statement on a nation. So what's your statement going to be? And I'll yield with that.
All right. You guys heard the man. You could feel the bass in the voice and the fire in the talk. All right. So you guys now know how to get a hold of this man. And Elliott, thank you. I know it was last minute bringing you on. Like I said, we'll touch base and get you on here again with some things. Just have to see how the how the week performs and whatnot. But we will definitely have you on again, and we'll talk about seminars and whatever else. And because, like I said, I got my backup channel and whatever else. So we got more things coming for you guys. So with that being said, Elliott, I appreciate you. Thank you for dropping a little knowledge on the people. They seem to love it. So, so I don't want to wear you out, on the platform,
I could do this all night. I love this, bro. This is what I'm built for. This is my gift, and I'm going to share it with the world, man. I'm not running from it. I'm going to stand bold. That's why I'm going to show them. Like I told you, I just filed the lawsuit. They just got served today. So we're going into court with experience. I'm going to show people something they've never seen, what lawyers do, because they don't really do crap. And you could do this for a car accident, everything, like I was telling y'all. You just gotta stop being scared. I'm gonna show you what goes on behind the scenes every step of the way. Period. You don't gotta pay me anything. Just donate. Donate to me. Donate to James. Donate for the research. That's all. Because unlike the AIDS Foundation and all these other government foundations where they've been studying for years and we still don't got a cure, you're gonna see results with the donations that you get around here, because we're gonna keep blessing y'all with knowledge. And so I love y'all, and thank y'all, man. I gotta go. But Any questions, just email me. And thank you, James, man, so much, bro. You a blessing, man. Thank you, bro. For real, man.
Definitely, brother.
Shalom.
Appreciate you. Have a great night. Be blessed. Positive energy
Shalom.
and love to you.
Shalom.
All right. So we got about another 20-ish minutes. And let's see, what else can we bring? So hopefully you guys found that entertaining and educational. I try to bring on people who have done things that they have shown me that they were successful in, that either I haven't done or that I'm planning to do. So I always bring in people that have knowledge in areas that I do not. So contact them. Go back through the video. I've got it in there if you need that, but they broke you guys off. So what else do we have coming up? Well, I will say that other than the seminars, it is there are some people doing some stuff in the background that is positive for not only me, but all of you guys out there on this path. They want to keep it kind of chill for right now, but I'll let you guys know that when it drops on me and I can share more information, I will definitely be bringing it to you. So we'll get back to the comments. Kind of check out a little bit. All right. D says, thanks, James. That was good stuff. Yeah, like I said, for me, like, I don't really necessarily push this channel. I let you guys, if you like it, then you guys share it. Share the information, hit the likes. And, like I said, I do, like, even if it was only 20 people, I would still be talking just as loud and proud for those 20 people. The fact that we now have almost 45,000, and then there's another 38,000 who follow. So we've got a reach of almost 100,000 people. And as I was going to say earlier on my website, over 200,000 people have visited the website. Wow. That is amazing. That is amazing. That is amazing. You guys are all amazing. All right. I want you guys to know that. And I am very blessed to be in this position. I'm just one person with one small channel. And the fact that I can help anybody out there to become well, they're not of me. They're not afraid of me, but they're afraid of you guys. All right. They know I sit here and I do my little thing, but it's all of you guys standing up. See, the whole thing is that now that the fire has been lit in each of you guys, almost 100 to 200,000 people, the fires can't be put out. The bell has been rung. That which has been rung and heard cannot be unheard. All right. What they, if you want to call them, fear is everybody standing up. Okay. The farmer's not really worried about one or two sheep getting over the fence. What they fear is the fence being knocked down. And we can all play nice in a sandbox. It's just you're not going to take advantage. All right. And the system is there to help people. All right. The system was only intended to help those people who are incompetent, who can't manage their own affairs. A lot of people got comfortable in that. So they catered to that. Then they found out it's pretty nice taking care of people and doing all these things. If they don't want to do it for themselves. So yes, this is the Telegram, but it's Badwolf, one word, and then space unincorporated. Unincorporated means non-federal, non-state. That's how we move. What does that say? And they move so fast, so we need to catch up and move you more fast than Asian. See, y'all just having all kinds of conversations here. Yeah, feel free to share. If you guys want to share your information, your website, your YouTube, go ahead. I don't care. As long as the system lets you, I won't block it. I don't care. As long as it ain't nothing bogus. But yeah, if you guys want to say, hey, this is my thing. Somebody sell eggs and they got a YouTube channel. Somebody does, whatever. Share it. It's what this is for. It's not all about me. Like I said, I do this stuff in the private. I got probably 30 different processes going right now and waiting to hear back and mail going out. If you guys want to link up, like Dental Tech just said, hey, anybody here in Arizona, chime in, hit it up. Crazy Squirrel, I want to do your system, but no money, no credit, no phone, no card solutions. There's lots of options. We can talk, email me. We can see what we can come up with. And I might have some things that you can utilize. If you haven't gone to Black Site 32, go there and get all the free files in the free doc section. I just added like 80 new documents or something. I don't know. I just did a dump. If they were on my computer and I've used them and I've seen them, I just dumped them on there. So go and get all of those for free. And as far as the other stuff, like I said, just I take all different types of payments. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if you need some help. Matter of fact, for those people out there who need a little help, whether it's with food or rent, whatever, go to usa.gov. There's lots of programs on there. Google search your city. I need help with rent. I need help with food. I need, programs for food in the Tallahassee area, in the Banks area, in the Sacramento area. My Instagram. Oh man, I'm really on that piece. Although I do hear I should be on there more. What is this? I am rarely on here. Hold on. All right, another shout out to my boy Cal. Appreciate you out there. Actually, on Instagram, I think it's just under. It should be just under James C. Lovett. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I'm rarely on that one. Yeah, just look up James C. Lovett. Like I said, we ain't hiding none here. So yeah, big shout out to Cal. Big shout out to LXD for life. Who else we got? Big shout out to Amy, even though she's probably not watching, but I know Cal is. So appreciate you guys. What else we got here? We got Rusty. Never said I was found a little sooner. I wouldn't be losing my home probably. If you're going through foreclosure or whatever else, you can reach out to Mortgage Audits Solution, Mortgage Audits Online. And there's a guy who owns it named Sean Adley. You can talk to him, tell him the Badwolf sent you. He can give you a free consultation to try to help you. What I will say, Nova, is definitely look into, as education, look into, because what Sean does is mortgage fraud. So he can definitely help guide you on some tips, tricks, and techniques. Elliot, I don't think Elliot's on Instagram just yet. They're still setting up. I'm just giving you guys they've done these things for themselves. They showed me that they've done them successfully. They're getting their feet wet right now. They're just getting started by launching on my channel, because I asked them. They said they weren't ready, but I was like, when are we ever ready? Okay. Yeah. So yeah. All right, I got you. Squirrel, you already started. Now that your mind knows what's going on, you know that you were born a state citizen and a national, then later on acquired your 14th Amendment all caps name. That's the beginning. That's all you really need to do. There is not one other process that anybody needs to do once you know that golden piece of information. If you're born in Florida, you're a Floridian. That means you belong to the Republic of the People and the land, the de jure America, as a state citizen known as a Floridian or a Texan or a Californian or a whatever. And because all of those states in the republic side of them are under the Constitution for the United States of America, that makes you a national. That's it. A national of the United States. Those are the official titles. Now, we might call ourselves just nationals or American nationals or state nationals, but those two titles, state citizen and whatever you're called there in your state on the republic side, and then national of the United States. Those are the two recognized titles that the Department of State knows. Once you've done that, that's it. But if you choose to change something, then you can. But it is not mandatory. You do not have to do all of anybody's processes. You don't have to do all of my process. I'm just doing this because I want as many things as I can possibly find to remove. I want to remove. That's just me. That's my personal plight. That does not mean you guys have to do it. I've got people who can't do all of them because they're CDL drivers. I've done this process for police officers. Yes, I've done this for police officers. I've done this for sheriffs. I've done this for people who are former people from the White House. I've done this for agents. Yep, not all of them are as bad or as against this as they might seem. And sure, some of them have probably come to me to get the information to put in their little books to be able to say, oh, these people are sovereign S's. Well, that's not true. The thing is that we are constitutional citizens, okay? What that means is we're operating under the Constitution. You know, your boss, their bosses. But see, here's the thing. The living natural person is under God's or whoever your deity under their jurisdiction. We agree to be operating with the Constitution, but the Constitution was there to limit the corporations. That's the whole thing. So when you're operating under the Constitution, it says we have the right to do what we want to do, as long as we're not hurting anybody, depriving them of their rights, hurting any, doing damage to, anything. You're self-governing. You have the right and the freedom to do that. It's what the Constitution says. It's what the Supreme Court says. What the federal district courts support and protect. But the average officer or judge, they're operating under a different jurisdiction. Okay? Contract law, state constitution. But the problem is they're not asking. I mean, even the bar, the British Accreditation Registry, all right, they're operating under those. But the problem is who owns those? That's the challenge. But see, they won't get a straight answer from most of their commanding officers or the whatever. You got to talk to as high as you can go and ask those questions if you're so brave. You're brave enough to talk to me, but or send me an email, but you're not brave enough to talk to your commanding officer, to your chief of police, to your chief sheriff, to the attorney general. Nah, I am. I ask them those questions. See, the thing is where I'm at right now, how I know these things, because I know officers. I wanted to become a police officer. I thought about becoming a sheriff. I looked at becoming a federal officer. I studied all these things. I literally was going to get on them. And when I started asking the high people up these questions, if you're going to start off asking these questions, we can't make you one of us. You know too much. So then I started thinking there's something wrong here because I scored high on all their tests. And then I found out they don't want to hire the smart ones because we asked the questions that they don't like to answer. Some of them can't answer. But at the end of the day, I don't care who you are. The Constitution for the United States of America is the supreme law. Lawful, not legal, supreme lawful. Legal operates under lawful. It's a tiny little box that exploded in the ooze, has gone many little places in the United States of America. But lawful with the United States Constitution, that's the supreme law in the land. Legal is not bigger than lawful, but you guys don't know. Well, some of you don't know that. All right, guys, we are at 3 hours and 3 minutes. We are going to wrap this up in the next 4 minutes. So feel free to share, as I see some of you guys are doing right now in the comments. Your boy's going to wrap it up. It's late for me. I got to get some beauty sleep. Let's see what we got here. Do I provide the administration for any of my services? If I understand you correct, I don't. I provide the information and in the files for you guys to be able to do it yourselves. And the reason why, like, if you need help, we can do a consultation. But the reason why I have you guys do it is because if I do it for you, then you don't build that skill, and then you can't teach other people. And the system is based off of them providing you a service. So if I just provide that service, yeah, sure, I can make, if you want to be honest, let me be honest, I can make a lot of money if I were to do the services for people. But that doesn't help the cause, doesn't help the movement. So if somebody needs help or they get stuck, yeah, I'll help you out. David E., thanks, Wolf. We are the sons of Batman. Yes, I believe Batman's son was called Damian, but that he had with what was her name? Talia? Yeah, something like that. But yeah, so the big yeah, there you so the whole thing is yeah, Eric, yeah, you're right. That's what happened. Well, let me say this correctly. I didn't take the test. I was just asking all the questions that they didn't feel comfortable with, but some of my buddies have become officers. And I looked up a story of a guy who's a national, but he before he wanted to be a cop, and he scored almost a perfect on the score. They wouldn't make him a cop, so then he took them to court and sued them. Now, he didn't win. Imagine this. Listen to the system. A guy wanted to become a cop. It was his dream. He scored too high on the test. They prevented him from being a cop because he scored too high. He sued them and lost. Yeah. Bet you guys thought that was going to go a different way, didn't you? Oh, no. He lost because the courts ruled that if they don't want a person to be smart on their on the force, they have that right because it is a private agency. It's privately owned. Yeah. Who owns your police stations? Who owns the state of? Look them up on Dun and Bradstreet. I did. I know who owns the counties here. You thought all the counties were for the people? Nope. Those counties are for, most of them, except for maybe your city hall, are probably incorporated. Somebody owns them. You can look up county of whatever, state of whatever on Dun and Bradstreet. See who owns it. You will be amazed because they're all incorporations. The thing that you have to ask yourself, that's low-level stuff. What you have to ask yourself is who owns the word incorporation? Now you're on my level. Now you're looking through the fifth veil. Finding out who that a police station is owned, that's level like 2 or 3. Get on my level. Level 5. All right. Who owns the word corporation? Who owns Black Law's dictionary? That's where I play. I've been through all that little stuff. I've already beaten them in courts. I've already had their little stuff, blah, blah, blah. They still nip every once in a while on some old debts and this and that, trying to bother me. Whatever. I'm above that. Still want to play games. Okay, I'll take you guys to federal court. Got no problem with that. It's only $350 to file it in the particular state. Ask yourself who owns these things. Ask yourself why there's a difference between Florida state and the state of Florida. Now you're on some level 5 stuff. All right. I don't bust them out on that level. I just bring it to you guys. Now what you do with this on you. But all I will say is this. You will find some interesting things if you guys do the work. Like Squirrel said, I am no expert, but it did work. And I did do the research. Carissa says, Wolf, how can I look up Dun & Bradstreet for a bank? Find out who owns the bank. Whatever the bank name is, if they're not trading on Dun & Bradstreet underneath that, because remember, there's usually somebody who owns the banks. Then you type in, we'll just call it Sunset Bank, okay? Type in Google, who owns Sunset Bank? Well, what is the parent corporation that owns Sunset Bank? And then you'll see who that is. And then when you find out who that corporation is, then find out who's on the board of that. Find out all the members who are on that board. Now you're on level 5. So remember, everything here is just education, entertainment. What you guys do with it, I will hold that you will use it responsibly. Okay, I'm not responsible for anything here, said or done. This is in a entertainment type platform, entertainment and education. Like you can teach somebody, you can, like here's, when I was in school, and one of the things I went to school for was electrical engineering, technology, and software development. Okay. The teacher said, I asked the teacher, can you teach me how to make some devices? He goes, see me after class. So I waited after class. He goes, James, no, I cannot teach you how to make that particular type of device or any of these devices. I'm providing you the education. Now, if you happen to figure out that that device can be made with all the things that are here, that's on you. And what you do with it is on you. So you must self-govern. So I said, okay, thank you. Now, mind you, in this particular situation, it was just a 12-volt DC miniature size power supply. But still yet, whatever you do with the information is on you. The average person will self-govern. So I haven't given any pieces away for the most part that anybody can really do anything of any consequence. It's just all information. Plus, if it can be viewed on the internet, well, then somebody didn't do a good enough job to hide it. But if it's a public company, then they do have to provide that information. So it's out there somewhere. You just have to be very industrious. Sis says, thanks, James, thanks for all you do, brother. Peace and blessings to you. Thank you. So Carissa and Sis and everybody else out there, thank you guys as well. All right. It is late here. So we should be doing potentially a show next Monday. We'll see how the week goes, see if I'm tired, see if I got other things going on. Like I said, I got lots going on, all positive. But if not, well, no matter what, it will be coming. We will provide you guys with good info. All right. Dory says, dropping, that's it. Yes. Amazing. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Definitely. Good night. Star Child says once a U.S. non-citizen national passport or state citizen passport has been obtained, is it still able to do a W-2 work? Oh yeah, they will always let you contract. The Constitution always lets you contract. Carissa, don't worry, you can find this live on my main youtube.com/@thebadwolf or James C. Lovett on YouTube and rewatch all the lives. They all should be loading up there. And yeah, you can always contract. And remember, Star Child, that you, the living person, can operate as a national and work and as a U.S. citizen and work. So all you're doing is knowing that now you've got different ways that you can move. The national, and when everything has been corrected, is a non-taxable entity. The U.S. citizen is a taxable entity. Okay? You can operate either ways. All right, I might have missed some of y'all information. Anything can be rescinded within 3 days. And if it's not mentioned, then by the UCC, it says that if they don't provide you with any information on rescission, then it's up to 7 days that you can rescind it if there's no mentioning on there. And if there's no mentioning on there, you can rescind it at any point in time because they didn't say you can't. And if you're the owner of the account, which most of you guys are, you can rescind or do a revocation at any point in time. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. All right. Looks like that's about it for the comments. To fix a certificate of naturalization. Huh. I can't say that I have any experience there, but I know that you can do. I just did a video on getting a copy of that or contacting the department. You're going to have to contact the Department of State, and they can do that. Zena, do I do the passport work for people? I don't sit down and do it for you, but if you just search it on my website, blacksite32.com, I've got a page that says passports now, and you can see all the fill outs, how to do it, all that stuff. There's videos there. Bam. All you got to do is read. Like I said, I could totally make a lot of money on doing the processes for people, so believe you me, I'm not here for the money. I actually had a multi-millionaire ask me to shut my channel down so I could work just for him, and I turned him down. So obviously, I'm not here for the money. But yeah, if you need a guided tour, yeah, go to blacksite32.com and we can book a consultation, and I will walk you through it. People go, oh, but I might have so many dumb questions to ask. If you're paying me, there is no dumb question. So, Dental Tech, thank you. Squirrel, yeah. That particular picture, the reason why it's blurry, it was a phone copy of it. I haven't been able to find the original paper version when my computer crashed. It took all my original files, so I'm still rebuilding everything. But we have not been able to vet that particular picture, meaning the state says they have no record of it. The department said, the head department never got back to me, but yet the links in that particular letter work for right to travel. I have that information saved. So it's weird that particular link worked, but nobody seems to want to talk about the letter itself. So off the record, it means that it probably did happen, but they don't want to talk about it. Okay. They make more money when we're in the public than they do on us in the private. Certified is in the corporation. registered is outside of the corporation, and at least if you're talking about sending something mail wise. Otherwise, everything typically certified or registered in them is their stuff. Yep, you got it, Squirrel. Yep, that's exactly what it is. You said it better than me. That's exactly what it is. So it's they're not going to give you anything. Oh, stiff. They're not going to give anything unless they absolutely have to. So the one thing that they can't take away unless we go into martial law or too many riots, then they can suspend the Constitution or they can take us over on paper. But they are all fully aware of the Constitution for the United States. Remember, guys, there's 3 constitutions. Washington, D.C. has its constitution. Who do you think Fossey and them were talking to on TV? Remember, they said in the beginning, and I quote, "We don't think we have the power to make everybody take a or wear a." All right, that's what they said. Why? Because not everybody is under their jurisdiction. Their constitution allows for them to talk to people who are born in Washington, D.C., U.S. citizens, and 14th Amendment U.S. citizens who are operating with the all caps name outside of their jurisdiction, which then extends their jurisdiction from their little sandbox to wherever there is something registered with a zip code or a building that they're using, renting, whatever else, or they own, and anybody who agrees that they are that. And then you've got each state. Each state of is a corporation. That's a 14th. It is, in fact, a 14th Amendment U.S. citizen. And they have their own constitution. And then there's the Constitution, which is the supreme law of these here lands of America, called the Constitution for the United States of America. My America. God bless America. And that is the supreme law over everything. Do you help with suing child support for all their violations? I do not. I provide information that you may find very valuable to deal with that in itself, a study guide that will help advance you for what I believe you want to do. But as far as suing them, this particular information would go a long way to help you with that process. And you're never going to get any remedy on the lower courts, so you need to sue them in federal district court. Do your research or get some information from me to help your research. Squirrel, Wolfgang Mama says she wants your email. And I don't want to offend anybody. I assume Mama means mother figure, female in origin. So don't want to, But Tim says, didn't know y'all Masons and Eastern Stars have your own constitution. Yes, within the fraternity structure known as the Freemason Society, Eastern Star, Royal Arch, Knights Templar, and whatever else, all of them have their own constitutions that they abide by, we abide by when you are in lodge or your particular temple or wherever you meet. That is true. Yeah, Crazy Squirrel. Yeah, they're asking for your email. I don't know what you guys were talking about, but if you posted it, repost it for those people, if you don't mind. Oh, Zena, now you're on some level 4 stuff. Level 5. Yes. Getting an organic copy of the Constitution for the United States of America and carrying it with you. Woo, some of y'all starting to impress me. Y'all starting to get right now. All right. So all I will say is this, is if you are carrying that particular document, and I'll wait for Squirrel to put the email up there. They're not letting you. Okay. Just don't put the @ symbol in there. just put, the first name and then space AT space and then, whatever server it's on. People will get the understand. I can't control any of that, and they're probably just trying to make sure that, people aren't spamming me. But okay, back to this right here. All I will say is this. If you carry this document with you in many different walks of life and say, this is what I operate under, you're going to find that a lot of places are not going to want you there, or they're going to want to let things go, or they can't touch us. Can't touch us. Because when they're operating underneath theirs, should I say it? You show me yours, I'll show you mine. And when you show them yours, they're going to be like, they're going to be like, yours is bigger than mine. Woo! All right. There you go. So, there you go. All right. So Crazy Squirrel's got whatever you guys were talking about. It's their emails there. Carissa, I see you. All right. I am out. Hey, Wolf, can I email some templates I have that may add on to what you already have? Yeah, you can send me stuff. Look, I take people email me all the time with inside information. Okay, as long as it's not above top secret or something like that, you're good. Little tips and tricks and whatever else. You can definitely email me files. Just make sure that they're, virus checked and whatever. I mean, I do it too, but just, do that. And then you can send them to me. I'll review them. If you have anything additional that, you vetted the information, please include that. Anything associated with what we do here. Let's say you found a good way to get out of property taxes or a court case or this and that. We will add it all together, and we'll do what we can do. So Cornelius says they're using color of law and enforcing law that they don't have at all. Well, what they're doing is it's business, and it becomes color of law if you know what they're doing. If you don't know what they're doing, they're just doing it, and it's business. This is how you have to look at it legally. They have the right. Congress, the people gave Congress the ability to do this. Congress gave them the ability to do this. Otherwise, Congress would shut it down. Congress and the Supreme Court and the federal courts know what they're doing. But until we complain to our Congress people, complain to your Congress people about how they're treating you in court and what's going on. Flood them with emails, flood them with letters. Tell them what's going on. It's just good business because nobody's complaining. If you're getting beat up at school, the bully's like, it's just good business until you report it. Okay? That's the big thing, is that the Supreme Court, the Constitution, the federal courts, all of them, chancery courts, until we complain to them, it's just good business. We're complaining to the lower courts, and they're calling us whiny little, because we are their property when we use their stuff. They are holding the keys to the sandbox. We can't get out of the sandbox, and they can't help us until we complain to the upper levels. That's it. I just gave you guys some of the biggest gems. Here, open your trunk. Whew. I can. But like my man Elliot said, we can't do it by ourselves. Okay? So we're not waging a physical war, but we will wage as non-belligerent, non-combatants, a spiritual, this is how we do it. We're going to conduct business the correct way, but now that we know how to correct business, now we know how to do business the better way and get the outcomes that we want, because we have to learn how to do business the proper way. There's nothing wrong with the District of Columbia. Nothing at all. It's just we don't know how to do business, and they won't teach us, and they're taking advantage of that. But by doing this stuff here, we are learning to do business the proper way. Tim, I think I've seen it. You said, do I have a Masonic Holy Bible? If not, and you want one, I may be able to get you one. Yep, I do have one. Once you become a Master Mason, and also what's known as a past Master of the Lodge, which means you got to govern an entire lodge for 1 year, you are given one. So I do have one, but I thank you for that. Yep, I got one. Matter of fact, you can see it right here. Yep, that's a Masonic Bible. These are Masonic dictionaries, Masonic encyclopedias, and all the rest of the other various books I have: contract law, police misconduct, black law, apocrypha text, color of law, the law symbol with Dan Brown, Atlantis, pyramids, born in blood, secrets of Mars, who built the moon, King Solomon's temple, the round towers of Atlantis. I got it all. I do, not all of it, but so let's see here. What do we got? Yep. Email Congress. Email your congressperson. Everybody should have a senator. Email them. Send them letters. Tell them what horrible experiences you're having in the court system. Tell them what horrible experiences you're having trying to operate under the Constitution, and your rights are being denied. Tell them that you are doing. Now, understand this. You cannot be driving, okay, and then go, they're denying me my rights. Because driving is for commerce, which means you have their license, their license plates, and you're registered. The Supreme Court said they will back you and they will protect you if you're doing right to travel. Now, if the state or whoever, some officer denies you that right, and you've removed everything, you put your vehicle into a trust, you did all the steps, and then they deny you, that is a $500,000 lawsuit. And people have won it. Okay? People have won it. You have no idea how many people in the private right now are winning and sending me emails daily, thanking me. Now, I'm not saying, let me back up. I am not saying do right to travel to try to get some money or whatever else. Don't do that. Do not play with these people. Operate carefully. But trust me, they themselves will probably try to give you a reason that you will have to sue them. Okay? Because the only way things are going to change is by living it. What trust law book would you recommend? I think I got mine on from For Dummies, but I would just go to Amazon, type in trust law book. They're going to recommend the most sold one and the most popular one. Same thing with Google. Hey, I thank you guys are the community. You guys are the community. Yes, now you're understanding why. You guys are getting it. What is that? So if I have a driver's license, that takes away if you have a driver's license and your vehicle is registered and you have not done right to travel, and I'm not saying right to travel is for everybody, though you have the right. If you've done all the steps and you're doing right to travel, that's one thing. But the moment you have a driver's license, you are waiving your rights under the Constitution for the United States of America. It's really that simple. I digress. Sometimes I forget. I've been doing this since I was 9, so I don't understand how people don't understand. But I apologize. Everything that they give you is a contract. About the only thing that you need a license from them really for are things that you cannot do on your own, which would be flying a plane. You have to be licensed for that. If you're making money on these streets with your vehicle, not going to your job, but if your job is to be on the streets like a police officer, the police officer asked me, can I do right to travel? I said, not in your police cruiser. Your car at home, yeah, you can pull that out, unregister it, give them back. You can't really give him the license because he needs that for working. But yes, when you get a license, you are waiving your constitutional rights under America to be in the state or Washington, D.C.'s jurisdiction. That's exactly what that is. It's a contract. Everything that they're doing is business. That's it. It's business. It's either in the public or the private. That's it. Everything is business. And yes, NA stands for non-assumpsit. Correct. I just dropped off another set of jewels, guys, between telling you guys to contact your Congress members, your senators. You can write the president. I mean, he's kind of a little, but you can write, when your rights are violated, you can contact the federal bureaus. Okay, they're there for a reason. No one's using them. No one's making the push. Okay, they will do something. They will help you. They will protect you. They will back you. I know how to get down and dirty on the lower levels, and I'm learning how to get down and dirty on the higher levels to be able to go after some of these cats right now for violations. But you have to support. You guys got to be out there writing these people. Usually you have a Republican and a Democrat in your state. Write them both. Tell them both your rights are being violated. If they are. Tell them you know what's going on. You don't like the lower courts. They're going to probably say, well, what's the problem? Yeah, they're denying you of your rights. How are they denying your rights? Because they're not letting you operate in the private. Or they're refusing to recognize you operating in the private. The Apocrypha text. Yeah, I got that too. And somebody said, how powerful is the assumed name? Well, the assumed name just means that that's a name that you are operating by, which is your all caps name. That's an assumed name. Your real name is your given name. Assumed and legal basically mean the same thing, or an actor name. That's to do business in their jurisdiction. When you use your name in all lowercase and you put family of and then your last name, that's your given name. They control you when you're using the legal name. It's theirs. Our parents gave them that name. They transmuted it into a corporation, which is a 14th Amendment U.S. citizen. So they control it. You just put on state of whatever, Washington, D.C., state of whatever t-shirt, and you're rocking it. But when you use your given name, something that's not registered to them, and you operate it the correct way, now you're in the private. Can we sign the driver's license without prejudice? Yes. Most of them will let you still do it. Some of them know what it is because they're waking up too. But remember, because here's the thing. They have a somewhat right to tell you not to sign it that way because you're reserving your rights, which means they can't, if you can, I'm not, yes, yeah, you're reserving your rights. So there's a lot of power in reserving your rights. So proper first name dash middle name, then last. Dental Texas, come on, let's hear it. So you guys have to remember, don't ever forget and think that their people don't watch this stuff. So you can't say things as under an attack demeanor. So as education, when you sign UCC 1-308, by the UCC code book. You are protecting yourself from the contract. You are not losing your rights. This is what they say. Okay. So, and everything they provide you is a contract. They can call it an agreement. Guess what? Look up agreement in Black Law Dictionary. Contract. So now to get back to the Squirrel said about the name. Yes, that is more so using quantum syntax grammar, and that is an excellent thing. But as long as the name is different, they don't have control over it. It's not registered to them. And using, James Cash of the Lovett family, or of the Lovett Nation, the nation of Lovetts, the house of Lovett, the crest of Lovett, the tribe Lovett, Lovett Trust, private, nation, kingdom, unincorporated, foreign, whatever. Any of those things are what sets you apart from their system. Those are all things that are considered to be in the private. So, all right, guys, that's it. I stayed way over. This, I think, is now the longest video live I have done. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Rewatch the information. There's been lots of gems dropped here. Remember, everything here is educational. Vet your own information. Vet my information. Go look it up for yourself. And for the love of God or whatever you believe in, vet the next person out there on YouTube's information. If you come across somebody and they're just telling you to take what I'm saying for granted, to not check their work, to not check your own work, to not contact these agencies and just see what they got to say, then they can't, they're not standing on their work. Because this information, some of it can be construed by your perception. And I'll give you this. The Supreme Court said that if you are involved in any contract or any type of situation, anything legal, and you interpret it a different way, then you have leeway to understand that you have broken through the fifth veil. Okay? Meaning, if your understanding of a word is not what they believe it is, well, then that's a breach of the contract. It's been broken. Did they provide you with a dictionary? Did they tell you it was all based on Black Law's book? Did they tell you that these meanings of these things? No. But you also probably didn't ask them, but they didn't provide it. And if they're the ones offering the contract, then they need to at least tell you what jurisdiction. What jurisdiction is this contract in? Now you're starting to get on the fifth level. Okay, just give you guys a little peek behind the screens. So, all right, guys, that's it. The longest YouTube video just happened now. I'm out of here. I got to eat and I'm tired and I'm going to kick my feet up, let my brain veg for a moment. But thank you guys for supporting me. Don't forget to hit that bell, like, subscribe. Let's get those likes up. I'm going to tell you guys are doing a great job with them, first of all. Okay, because there's usually about 5 or 6 trolls out there, or AIs or whatever, that people have sent against me. And it's always about that many. So thank you guys for keeping the algorithm up, because that means that you guys are helping me and by these videos to get out there to people out there. And YouTube is like, well, he must be doing something right. Because I'll tell you this, all of my videos, because if you guys have a rating of at least I think it's like 97 and above, that is fantastic. So thank you for that. Thank you for supporting me to be able to, bring you guys more information by studying more stuff in the books. And I will continue to do that. And don't forget to check out the Badwolf Media channel, or the Badwolf News channel on YouTube. All right. Let me just pull it up here. Let me see where we're at with that. Yep, the Badwolf Media channel. All right. Looks like we're around 1,000 something. All right. So that is where I will have casual talk about all the various things. You know, that one, like I said, we'll have the comments open. We'll have all that good stuff. Anything is it's going to be a free for all. That channel I can be a little bit more loose and messy with. Okay. So subscribe, support me on that one. And I will continue to bring you guys great information. So love, peace, be blessed, everybody. May whatever you are attempting to do by the power of the universe, you are so blessed. So blessed in health, blessed in business, blessed in your family life. Take time for yourself. All right. And stay healthy, stay wise, stay woke, stay aware. And as always, keep your eyes out as a wolf. May your eyes be sharp, your ears be up, your tail's down, and keep running. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.